Hello, everybody. I'm Grant Fluff from Flusher Sports Zone, and welcome back to another YouTube video. And today we have a live broadcast in London. The 2-5 Denver Broncos take on the 2-5 Jacksonville Jaguars. This is my first Jaguar broadcast of the year. I'm excited. I really am. Excited to cover my favorite football team. I'd be lying if I didn't say it was a kind of a mediocre season, all right? Sure, we began the year 2-1. We shut out the Colts. We beat the Chargers. We're leading the division, losing 4 straight to the Eagles. Sloppy game, 4 turnovers. The Texans only scoring 6 points against one of the worst defenses in the NFL. Then they dropped to 2-4. And then 2-5 last week after they lost to the Giants. I'm blanking on who they played in week 6. It was another forgettable game. That's all I can tell you. Weren't they? Oh yeah, they lost to Indianapolis. They lost to the Colts in week 6 off a game-winning touchdown with 13 seconds left. Yeah, that was rough. But anyway, maybe the Jaguars can kind of shift their way into winning ways this week. Go back to 3-5. Hope the Colts lose. Kind of get back into second place in that division. But as for the Broncos, we expect the Jaguars to be 2-5, right? At this point of the year, though they shouldn't be. They've lost a lot of winnable games. Oh God, the Broncos, the complete opposite. Losing week 1 to Seattle, and then, you thought they were finally getting on a roll. They went on a 2-game winning streak. It was very abrupt, but they were on a 2-game winning streak, beat Houston in week 2, San Francisco in week 3, and they have just collapsed down the stretch. Russell Wilson missed last week's game against the Jets with a lower body injury, so Brett Rippon got his second career start through 2 interceptions in the loss. And, of course, Wilson will be active this week. Rippon will be the backup. Trevor Lawrence starting for the Jaguars. As always, the number 1 pick out of Clemson from the 2021 draft. Let's take a look at some key inactives before we begin. Now, it's been noted for a while that Ronald Darby, Tim Patrick, and Garrett Bowles are all out the remainder of the season for the Broncos. And that really hurts if you're Denver, losing that left tackle and Garrett Bowles. He was having a pretty strong season the first 5 games of the season before he was injured. And Ronald Darby was kind of having a bounce back year as well. He is also out for the rest of the year on long-term IR. Randy Gregory, he's been a pretty solid pickup. When he's been healthy, he will also be inactive for today's match. And, of course, Javonte Williams, he is perhaps, other than Bulls, the biggest injury the Broncos have suffered so far. Torn ACL, MCL, PCL. He is out for the rest of the season. So, of course, there'll be Melvin Gordon, Latavius Murray, and getting signed from San Francisco's practice squad on Monday, Marlon Mack. That's right. He is expected to make his Bronco debut. And, of course, as the NFL trade deadline approaches this week, we could be seeing a Bronco playing in his last game. Jerry Jeudy. Is a team willing to cope with a second or third round pick to trade for Jerry Jeudy? We will see. Take a look at the Jaguars inactives for today's game. Shaquille Griffin, who's kind of had an up and down year. He's been placed on IR with a back injury in the second year of his contract. And looks like that's pretty much the only key inactive for Jacksonville. Ben Barch, the left guard, also inactive. Same with K'Lavon Chaisson, the third-year outside linebacker out of LSU. And speaking of rookie linebackers, Devin Lloyd and Trayvon Walker have been phenomenal this season for Jacksonville. Montreal Washington, the return man for the Broncos, and ready to kick it off is going to be the kicker, Riley Peterson, who missed an extra point last week, but other than that, he has played very solid this season. Peterson to kick it off the tee, and away we go from London. And this one will be returned from the 8-yard line, and the return will go all the way out to the 20 around 2-yard line. Eric Siebert, the tight end, on the return. I am actually watching this game on ESPN Plus on a separate tab, so I'll not be paying much attention to the StreamYard portion of the broadcast until the commercial breaks. Big shout out to my college roommate Sam for letting me borrow his ESPN Plus account so I could watch my favorite team and do a broadcast this morning before I head back to college later today. 1st and 10 for the Broncos, again at the 22-yard line. 8 seconds to go on the play clock. Wilson takes the snap, fires to his right, pass is tipped and nearly intercepted. Oh my goodness. How in the world did Darius Williams drop that? That was right in his breadbasket. It falls incomplete. Look at Wilson. Quick release and trying to find, I think that could be Cortland Sutton. It was Sutton. And Darius Williams knocks it away. 2nd and 10. Melvin Gordon on his first carry. And that will be a gain of about 4 before he's shoved out of bounds by Josh Allen. And Fusaid Okun, the former Atlanta Falcon there. And it will be 3rd down and 6 coming up. As I mentioned, Wilson did not play last week due to a hamstring injury. Only his 4th game missed in 11 seasons. The other times he missed was when he injured his hand last season when he was with the Seahawks. 3rd down and 6. Oh, what's up, Kyle? Have a great morning. Thanks for tuning in. In shotgun formation is Wilson on 3rd and 6. High snap. Wilson puts it down and he's buried. Back at the 16. Wow. Explosion off the edge. It is Arden Key, the former Raider, burying Wilson. And it's 4th down and we'll see a punt. Let's take a look here on the replay. Linebacker's going to back up into coverage here. And then look at the power rush. Mike Key able to come up the left-hand side, sacking Wilson. And that's how you get the crowd fired up. Of course, the Jaguars are the home team in London, as they usually are. So we will get the punt returned from the 26. That was Corliss Waitman with the punt, and it's fair caught. Last London game of the season here. We've already seen 2 incredible London games earlier on in the year. The Vikings defeating the Saints in a heart-stopping match, and then the Giants upsetting the Packers. That was a few weeks back. Take a look at Trevor Lawrence now. He has 3 rushing touchdowns in his past 2 games. The Jaguars, of course, beat the Dolphins last year in London. Lawrence reads the pressure and is caught by ETN out to the 33. Brought down by Justin Simmons. Free safety coming off IR. You look at Lawrence this season. 52.2 QB rating. 3rd largest improvement from his 39.1. And remember, Lawrence threw 17 interceptions, which was tied for Matthew Stafford last year, leading the league. And that's going to be offsides on the Broncos. So we'll actually see a 1st down here. I think that was Draymond Jones going offsides. Let's check the penalty. Adrian Hill, our referee. And yes, it is encroachment on the defense. And it is on Jones. And so that will be a 1st down as it was 2nd down and 4. Over under 40 total points. I'll go over. I actually do have the Jaguars winning 23-20. So yeah, I will take the over on that. Christian Kirk in motion. There you go, Kyle. That's for your fantasy team. Lawrence reads the pressure, pump fakes, he'll run, and he dives forward to the 40, and that'll be 2nd down and 8 as he was brought down, well, technically tagged down. Number 53 there for the Broncos, that is Jonathan Cooper. Take a look again here on the replay. ETN noticed that the outside linebacker was screaming up the right-hand side. That was Griffith. and he just needed a block for a split second so Lawrence could take off. Here's Lawrence now. 2nd and 7. They'll give him 3 on the run. ETN to the left-hand side. Inside handoff goes. ETN up the middle, and he'll get a yard. It's 3rd and 6. Justin Simmons again with the tackle, and it's going to be down 6, as I mentioned. Well, of course, the Jaguars made an enormous trade on Monday. James Robinson, the running back, getting dealt to the New York Jets for a conditional 2023 fifth-round pick. That is absolutely bizarre, showing that Travis Etienne, their rookie from last season, he is the man moving forward. JaMychal Hasty has done a great job as well as the backup job. So Robinson to New York, and Lawrence is going to throw deep and incomplete, looking for Evan Ingram. Evan Ingram almost made a remarkable catch down the left sideline. He tried to reel it in with one hand, but it falls incomplete. 4th and 7, and we'll see Logan Cook. Oh, my God. I mean, that would have put – if Ingram caught that, that would have put George Pickens' catch to shame. You know, his catch against the Browns earlier in the year. Oh, you trade away Christian Kirk? He has not been producing great the past couple weeks. I don't blame you for that. Here's Cook, the punt. Washington, the return man from the 11. Washington will get brought down at the 16-yard line by Andrew Wingard and number 20. Not Jalen Ramsey, but Daniel Thompson, the strong safety. We'll be back on ESPN Plus. The Jags and Broncos tied at 0. Arden Kia, though, he was fired up after that sack. What's up, Nick? Thanks for stopping by. As I mentioned to you guys before, this game is on ESPN Plus. Therefore, you need a subscription to watch it, unfortunately. No, I cannot show the game due to copyright reasons. Sorry. Someone's going to ask eventually. Nothing I can do there. Just like every other broadcast. Can't show the game. I know it sucks, but, you know, got to do what's best for the channel. And, yeah, it is ETN season. Really surprised about that. I ain't happy with the James Robinson trade, though. I'm not going to lie. He was poorly utilized, and you know what? Whatever. He gets a fresh start with the Jets. They're probably going to, obviously, they acquired Robinson because Breece Hall tore his ACL. He's out for the rest of the season. I'd imagine that it's going to be Robinson and Hall next year, and Michael Carter will probably get dealt during the offseason. However, you want to talk about running backs being dealt. Cam Akers and Kareem Hunt, 2 names that are definitely glaring on the trade market. And even Ronald Jones yesterday for the Chiefs, he requested a release. So there are definitely running backs out there that definitely, I think, deserve a shot. And, you know, maybe even the Broncos get a running back. I mean, we talk about how, okay, Javonte Williams tore his ACL and Melvin Gordon is obviously going to be the starter moving forward, but they have Latavius Murray and Marlon Mack. You don't think Denver could potentially get a better running back? We will see what happens during the trade deadline. But, yeah, it's going to be very exciting. I heard that the Jaguars might trade Josh Allen. If they do that, I will be so distraught. I'm already upset with them trading Robinson. They trade Allen, I will explode. What's up, Gabe? Thanks for stopping by. A lovely morning to you. Sunday morning. Wilson's wash. Seattle won the trade. Well, right now it's looking that way. Although Drew Lock isn't even playing. But obviously, who cares, right? You got to ride the Drew Lock train, or the Geno Smith train. I love Geno Smith right now. I think he's playing phenomenal. Jaguars playing in their first London game since, well, last year. Of course, they couldn't play in 2020 due to COVID. They haven't lost here in 2019. That, Gordon, with the run, he's brought down by Rashawn Jenkins, the former Charger free safety. It's going to be 2nd down 9. And then, of course, in 2019, when the Jaguars played here in London, they lost to Houston. One of Gardner Minshew's worst performances. Wilson playing in his first ever London game. The last time the Broncos played here, 2010, where they lost to the 49ers. Wilson fires down the sideline, and he is intercepted, trying to find Sutton. It was poorly underthrown, and Tyron Campbell with the interception. How about it? The second year free safety coming up huge. Let's take a look here again on the replay. In shotgun formation, Wilson, it's just a low throw. Oh my God. I mean, this is essentially green eggs and ham, easy reads. Just stepping in front of Sutton, coming away with the football. What a play by Campbell. And there you have it. The Jaguars will have the ball at around the 40. Wilson's second drive, he went 3 and out, and he throws an interception. Ball placed at the 37, and shotgun is Lawrence. First and 10, Etienne out of the backfield makes the catch down the middle, and Joel slams him down at the 31. That'll be a gain of about 5. And Jacksonville already in field goal range. Riley Pedersen, he's done an all right job this year, you know. He's no Mike Hollis, Josh Scobie, even Josh Lambo, but he's at least a little bit more reliable than Matthew Wright was last year. I think Pearson has been a very underrated addition to this team. Handoff goes. Etienne comes up the left-hand side, and he will pick up 3. A late flag on the play as a helmet fell off. There's number 49, Alex Singleton, the former Eagle, holding against Jacksonville, so this one's coming back. And it will be second down. What's up, Sam? Hope you're having a nice morning. Have fun with your family later today. Yes, I am using his ESPN Plus account. Good thing is that this is the only game on ESPN Plus this season, so we don't have to worry about it. I probably would have just broadcasted the game later on, but since it's the Jaguars, come on. I got to take advantage of commentating my team, right? Here's Etienne up the right-hand side, spin move, and a first down. Etienne needed 14, got to the right, made a couple of men miss, and he got 15. First down, Jacksonville. And look at the blocking here on the right-hand side. Wow, Jawan Taylor, the third-year right tackle out of Florida, doing a nice job blocking a man out in front. Etienne, a nice spin move. Comparing him to Robinson, it is nice to see that Etienne, he shows a lot more like agility, I guess. But here's Hasty on the carry, and Jamichael will get a yard. Former 49er running back there. He had a 61-yard rushing touchdown against the Colts 2 weeks back. Jaguars will substitute out tight ends. Chris Manhertz heads to the sideline. Second down and 9. Of course, both first-year head coaches going at. Nathaniel Hackett used to be an offensive coordinator for the Jaguars during the Blake Bortles era. Here's Lawrence, second and 9, dumps it over. Hasty with the catch. Ooh, hit hard at the 22. Justin Simmons with his third tackle of the game, and it'll be third down and about, give it 5 or 6 here. They will mark it third down and 5. Jaguars last year ending their losing streak in London when they beat the Ravens 44-7 in 2017. Then they lost to Philly in 2018. As I mentioned, lost to Houston in 2019. Then, of course, not playing in 2020. Etienne, the running back, third down and 5. Lawrence is going to take a shot to the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville! It's Evan Ingram. What a turnaround season he's having. Evan Ingram scores. What a throw by Lawrence. 22 yards on the reception, and Jacksonville takes a 6-0 lead. Duval. I think I'm going to do the Duval thing after every Jaguar touchdown this year. But anyway, Lawrence, nice throw, able to pick his side, left side of the end zone. Ingram outrunning Kareem Jackson, and they cash in off the turnover. Riley Patterson makes the extra point. It is 7-0. The Jaguars, with the interception by Campbell, they cash in on the touchdown by Ingram. Oh boy. That was a nice throw by Lawrence, too. What comeback year he's having, too. 12 touchdowns to 17 interceptions. And Lawrence is having such a better season than last. Yeah, they may not be winning games, but I think that's more because Doug Peterson just isn't a great coach. 10th touchdown pass of the season for Lawrence. And as I mentioned, he has a few rushing as well. Yes, he has 3 rushing. And with that touchdown, he now has more career touchdowns than interceptions in his career, making that total 22-21. And as for Evan Ingram, I'm just going to look at the stats here while we're in the commercial break. First touchdown of the season for Ingram, 17th of his career. So there you go, Evan Ingram, with his first ever Jaguar touchdown. And it is now 7-0. The next Travis Kelce, doubt it. Well, it's up to Evil to Hope. Vikings coming off their bye week. They're going to beat the Cardinals today. I have a strong feeling Minnesota's going to beat Arizona today. Or at least I hope they do. I have to show you the next time I'm commenting in my dorm room. I actually have an Adam Thielen picture hanging up there. Love Adam Thielen. All right. So Ingram with the touchdown, his first as a Jaguar. Still in commercial break here on ESPN Plus. This is the first time in a very long time I've done broadcasts where I'm kind of like flipping in between screens. I'm watching the game on my computer. Obviously, I have StreamYard on my computer, and I also have Pro Football Reference up to bring up any statistics. So this is interesting. I think the Vikings will snatch up at the deadline this year. College has been fun to answer that question. I've really enjoyed it so far. Who do I think Minnesota's going to pick up the deadline? They could definitely use secondary help. Patrick Peterson's kind of having a bounce back year, but I wouldn't mind if they went after a corner. So, yeah. Connection's good today, yeah. Well, I'm back in my house. That's why. I know. Last week, the 49ers-Chiefs game, yeah, the connection wasn't great. As we head out of commercial break, yeah, I think if Minnesota was to add in a corner or a safety to help out with Harrison Smith, I think they'd be fine. Maybe bolster the D-line a little bit. Well, it'll certainly be interesting to see what Minnesota does. They're 5-1. I feel like no one but me is talking about them. You know, everyone's talking about the Giants and the Cowboys and, you know, obviously the Eagles being undefeated. But I'm like, y'all are sleeping on Minnesota. I mean, as long as they don't collapse, they've already essentially won the division. Now, I don't want to announce or jinx nothing, but, I mean, come on. Packers aren't free-for-all, and they're playing the Bills tonight. The Bears, sure, they beat the Patriots, but they're not that impressive. Their offense is completely lethargic, and Detroit hasn't won a game since when? Week 3, week 4? Like, they're not going to do much. Here's the handoff, and a gain of 1 off the pitch to Latavius Murray, who got a touchdown in his Bronco debut last week. Wilson 0 for 2 passing, obviously the interception by Trayvon Campbell, and he also got sacked by Arden Key on the first drive. That's 2nd and 9. Right now, if I'm Denver, I am sticking with the run game. Handoff goes up the middle. It's Murray down to the 29. Here's a flag. Our second flag of the game. Take a look on what they call here. Holding against the Broncos. So I'll back him up 5. He's second down and 14. They're going to call the tight end Eric Tomlinson, who's surprisingly been in the NFL since 2015. So Denver back in the huddle. And I'm kind of switching between tabs here. Definitely keep on asking questions about the trade deadline, about college, whatever. Definitely ask away in the comments. I won't be checking him or reading them, I guess, when the game is on. But when it's in commercial break, I will be answering them. Jerry Jeudy off the screen, down to the 24. It'll be third down, about 12 coming up here for the Broncos. We now have 6.5 minutes to go, and coming off to the bench is a man who's really excited me over the past couple of seasons. Hamilton, he has been a very underrated defensive lineman. Davon Hamilton, number 52, the defensive tackle. Definitely keep him in mind. He has been incredible in the run stop. As we have a false start here against the Broncos. Oh, no. They just keep on backing up. And look at Arden Key. He's fired up. Look at that. Yep, false start. Wow. Jacksonville's defense fired up right now. I think that was number 71 who got penalized. Anyways, third down 17. Wilson takes the snap. Wilson under duress, dumps it over. Pass is caught by Murray. Murray is going to be brought down at the 32. It'll be 4th and 3. And a nice little throw underneath. I mean, sure, you're going to punt, but at least in this case, if you're Wilson, if you want to gain some confidence, complete some passes, that's how you do it. Wilson underneath. Good throw to Murray. Murray almost got there, but he was brought down on the play. And so we will now see our second punt from Waitman. Waitman, and the Broncos also used to have a punter named Kobe Wademan, so I guess the names are kind of confusing me there. Christian Kirk fair catches the punt, and we are heading to commercial break. Still 7-0 Jacksonville with the touchdown by Evan Ingram. I think it's crazy that the Bills are favored over the Packers by 10.5. Yeah. I mean, Buffalo's incredible where Green Bay has underachieved. Not much else to say there. Green Bay is in free-for-all. They've lost to the Giants. They've lost to the Jets. They've lost to the Commanders. It would be the most Packers thing ever if they were to win tonight. I don't think they will, though. The Packers, hear this. Since the Bills entered the AFL, in 1960, the Packers are 0-8 in Buffalo. They have never won a game in Buffalo. And that's right. That's including 2014, where the Kyle Orton-led Bills defeated the Packers. I'm blanking on the score. I think it was like 20-15. It was a weird score. Bills-Packers from 2014. 21-13, yeah. Nuts. What are your thoughts on Bradley Chubb being dealt the deadline? The Seahawks are a good fit for Bradley Chubb, but I don't think he's getting traded. I heard if Denver loses today, they're going to trade him, but come on. He's so good, Bradley Chubb. Are you really going to trade him? That'd be stupid. No, I don't see the Packers beating the Bills. It depends. Maybe if Aaron Rodgers plays incredible, but the thing is, the Packers, they played great in the first half, and they shut down the second half. And that's also kind of how the Bills work. They give up the points in the first half, and they play stout defense the entire second half. So, I don't know. What's up, Bruins coverage? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed the vlog. I certainly enjoyed rewatching it. A lot of fun going to that Bruins-Red Wings game. That was crazy. Then, of course, Boston ended up beating Columbus again on Friday night. The Bruins winning a back-to-back. I mean, that's rare, but it happened. Got to get ready for the Penguins now. That game's on Tuesday. I'm sure me and Sam will be on the call for that one. Oh, my God, though. Bruins-Penguins, that's going to be a bloodbath Tuesday. I think definitely the Packers losing is more on the Packers, but Aaron Rodgers is not playing well, and I think Matt LaFleur is definitely he's getting exposed a little bit. I do think Matt LaFleur is a great head coach, but whenever the run game shuts down and whenever Rodgers struggles, defense can't win him games. Here's the pitch to Etienne as we're at a commercial break, a gain of 3, where he's brought down by Patrick Surtain II and another Bronco lineman. We second down 8 coming up. I mean, you want to talk about a good cornerback? Patrick Surtain Sr. Great running back, or great cornerback back in the day for the Dolphins. Grant, you're talking about early 2000s football again. Yeah, I know. Second down and 7. Lawrence takes the snap, throws, caught, and Zay Jones will make it 3rd down and 2 before he's pushed out of bounds by Mathis. Zay Jones, what an acquisition he was. Drafted by the Bills in 2017, was relatively mediocre. Joined the Raiders, caught the game-winning touchdown against the Ravens in Week 1, had a completely forgettable season the rest of the way. Well, I guess he did catch the touchdown against the Bengals in the wildcard game last year, too. Really, other than those 2 notable plays, he was average. The Jaguars pick him up on a 3-year deal, and he has been playing well this season. Here's Etienne on the pitch, and he's got the first down, 3rd and 1. He got 4. And the Jaguars are going to keep the drive alive. Jacksonville has yet to go 3 and out. As we take a look again here on the replay, it was a fake inside handoff to Snoop Connor, the rookie. And then the pitch went to Etienne, and he got first down all the way out to the 33. Here's Lawrence. Etienne still in the backfield. 1st and 10, Lawrence under center. He'll put Ingram in motion. Fakes it to Etienne. Lawrence steps up in the pocket. Dumps it over. Pass is caught. And getting a gain of 8, maybe 9, depending on where they mark it, is Dan Arnold, the former Cardinal and Panther. Of course, Arnold being the return piece from Carolina and the C.J. Henderson trade last year. It really makes me wonder what Jacksonville's record could be right now if they didn't trade guys like Henderson away, if they've made efforts to re-sign guys like Ngakoue and Calais Campbell in the past. They didn't trade guys like James Robinson or Joe Schobert or Cindy Jones, or if they never cut Josh Lambo. Here's Etienne. 2nd and 2. He's actually wrapped up there by Cooper and Combo, and it is going to be 3rd down. And, oh, God, inches? No, 1st down. I think that is a bad spot. That looked like 3rd and 1, 3rd and inches. They just put the ball just over the 1st down marker, so they will mark it 1st and 10 for the Jaguars. Again, I didn't agree with that, but I would say 3rd and inches was probably a better call there. But Lawrence in shotgun at the 43. Hasty in motion, sprints across. Here is the handoff, goes to Etienne, and he is wrapped up. A loss of 2 on the play, and it will be 2nd down and 12 coming up. Kawan Williams getting the tackle there, and we have a late flag here. Now the referees gather. I think tempers flared a little bit after the whistle. Looked like Cam Robinson, who left last week's game against the Giants with an ankle injury. It looked like he was getting restrained by Lawrence right when the camera cut back. Personal foul. Ooh, it's actually on the Broncos. Blocking below the waist. Yes. Williams, as he got the tackle, he did hit Cam Robinson below the waist, and I can see why Robinson was a little fired up after that play. Yeah, for sure. So that'll be a penalty against Denver. And you see, a run that should be a loss of 2, now penalty, first down Jaguars. Denver continues to shoot themselves in the foot as Jacksonville now has it at the 41, past midfield. Hasty, the running back, 1st and 10. We have a tight end and receiver, 2 tight end set to the right. Handoff goes, and Hasty will get a yard before he is brought down immediately and fired up is Bonito. Making it 2nd down and 9, and we got Christian Kirk back out there as we now have under a minute to go here in this first quarter here in London, Wembley Stadium. Both teams sitting here at 2-5, winner essentially trying to keep whatever playoff chances they have alive this morning. Denver already has committed 4 penalties. Here's Hasty on the catch, and he is brought down at the line of scrimmage by Justin Simmons. It's going to be 3rd down and 9 coming up for Jacksonville, and since the game clock is 1 second ahead of the play clock here. 26 seconds left in the first quarter. We have a flag. Denver has committed 4 penalties compared to Jacksonville's 1, and you can make that 5 now. Oh my. Taunting on Denver. Just free yardage here for the Jaguars. Justin Simmons, who has been the best player on this Broncos defense all season, he trash-talking JaMycal Hasty, and he is going to get penalized for it. Oh, my goodness. Inexplicable penalties here by the Broncos. They're just giving Jacksonville free yardage. Now at the 28, Lawrence takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Hasty, throws. It's Ingram down to the 19. 2nd and 1 as we start the second quarter. Oh my goodness. The Broncos are committing penalty after penalty, and it is not doing them no good. 7-0 Jacksonville at the end of 1. All right, well, now that I'm actually looking at the chat, I see a lot of people in the chat. How's it going, everybody? Is Josh Allen worth 2 first? I mean, he probably would be, Kyle, but I wouldn't trade him. Yeah, I know 2 first-round picks is a lot, but I wouldn't want to trade Josh Allen. Love the vlog. Watching the Premier League right now. Oh, nice. There you go. Not bad. Watching a little soccer this morning. Commanders and Colts. Colts. I know you're not going to like that answer, but I got the Colts winning today. Sam Ehlinger. Give the kid a shot. I loved him when he was with the Texas Longhorns. I give him a shot. How's it going, Tyler and Zoe? Thanks for stopping by, you too. Appreciate it. Nice sounding. I don't even have I left my microphone up in my room. When I come down November 13th, I'll make sure to bring my microphone then. But yeah, this is part of my basement. This is where I used to film my hockey podcast, the Power Skate Show. Has Russell Wilson been bad now, or is it? And it's obvious. Yeah, no, Wilson's been terrible this season, and there's like no question about it. I mean, well, look at that interception by Campbell back in the first quarter. He underthrew that thing horribly. You throw it in stride for Cortland Sutton, he makes that catch. Instead, he throws low, and Campbell's like, all I have to do is step in front of the receiver, and I pick off the pass. I mean, now Wilson's playing terrible this year. Absolutely brutal. Wilson on the season, 5 touchdowns to 4 interceptions. Yeah, not good. The last game he played against the Chargers, that was the Monday night game back in week 6. Threw a touchdown in the first quarter, all was looking good, and then he just had a completely abysmal second half and overtime. And I'm not saying that's all Wilson's fault. I think most of that blame should also go on Nathaniel Hackett, but I mean, Wilson is playing terrible right now. Watching the game on the on your iPad, watching a stream on my phone, I appreciate it. They're currently interviewing Doug Peterson on the sideline as we head out of the commercial break. And Wilson should have worked out more on the plane. 4 hours wasn't enough. I heard about that. Yeah, he was working out on the plane ride to London, trying to make sure he was good to go for this morning's contest. But, I mean, with that interception, he's only completed a couple of passes. Oh, my. Wildcat formation. ETN with a first down. How about that? That was the old Ronnie Brown on the Miami Dolphins. A little direct snap straight to the running back, try to pick up the first down. No, Kyle, you're a big Tim Tebow guy. He used to do that all the time for the Broncos. Here's a 1st and 10 now for Jacksonville. Ball placed at the 17-yard line. Lawrence takes the snap, inside handoff. ETN takes it to the right-hand side. ETN will go all the way down to the 6. ETN he's had a pretty good few weeks. All right, I was pretty harsh on ETN at first, pretty much up from week 1 to the Texans game. I was kind of harsh on ETN, and I'm not gonna lie, it's just because I loved James Robinson so much, and you know, I kind of sensed the James Robinson trade was gonna happen in due time, and it just kind of bugged me because I'm like, oh well, since he's a first-round pick from last year, they're gonna want to keep ETN. But I will say, other than that fumble last week against the Giants, I've been very impressed with ETN the past few weeks. Lawrence on 1st and goal, guns it through the uprights. The throw is good. You are not hacking 3 points on the board for the Jaguars at 2nd and goal. Lawrence, the pocket collapsed, and he just threw it right through the uprights. The Jaguars mascot was the closest one to the ball. 2nd and goal here for Denver. Second most in the NFL through 7 weeks. Penalty yards per game was 74.3. Today they already have 50, and that's only through a quarter. Fakes the inside handoff to ETN. Lawrence throws, flags all over the place. I was about to say Ingram was the intended man. Justin Simmons was holding him like no tomorrow. It was the most blatant flag ever. I mean, what is Simmons doing? I get the whole play. Lawrence play fake, trying to roll it to the right, find Ingram holding on the defense. That was holding, pass interference, whatever you want to call it. Absolutely egregious penalty. Look at this. Right arm of Simmons all over Ingram's jersey, and then again. And then he holds him again right when Lawrence throws the ball. I mean, 2 easy penalties to miss here. Ball is placed at the 3. Denver is just doing horrible right now. 1st and goal. ETN gets the handoff, and he is stuffed immediately. What a play by Dramont Jones, who suffered the first Bronco penalty all the way back at, the 12-minute mark of the first quarter? Oh, my goodness. Denver just needs to relax a little bit here. Look at Jones here. Able to shrug off the block by Ingram and able to rip ETN to the ground. It will now be 2nd and goal. Ball placed at the 5. In shotgun formation is Lawrence. He puts Ingram in motion. Lawrence takes the snap, fires for the end zone, incomplete. Marvin Jones, the intended man, and now Pat Surtain is going to get called for defensive pass interference. Oh my goodness. I mean, it's just penalty after penalty here. Yep, pass interference. Wow. I mean, he holds Jones. It's so simple. I mean, these are ridiculously blatant penalties Denver keeps on taking. I can't believe it. Usually the Broncos live and die by their defense. The offense is underperforming in the defense. They've committed, 6, 7, 8 penalties? 7 penalties. Wow. First and goal again. Lawrence rolls out to the right. Throws, and he is intercepted. Wow. Justin Simmons comes away with it. Oh boy, now I want to rip Doug Peterson's head off. Are you kidding me? First and goal. You've already picked a play where Lawrence has rolled out to the right like 3 or 4 other times this drive. What are you doing? Lawrence also just trying to fit the ball in a spot he shouldn't have tried to throw into. He's trying to find Ingram in the back of the end zone. Justin Simmons gets the interception. I mean, that was full 180. Denver's committed like 3 straight penalties. Jacksonville should have cashed in, no question. And Lawrence throws an interception that was completely unavoidable. But I blame that. I mean, yes, Lawrence shouldn't have thrown the ball, yes. But that's Doug Peterson play calling. Lawrence has had two QB sneak touchdowns. 2 QB sneak touchdowns in the last 2 weeks. Dude, you're at the goal line. QB sneak it with Lawrence. Doug Peterson, dude. Driving me mental over here. This is being a Jags fan, right? This is what it's like. It sucks. I'm watching the game on ESPN Plus. Unfortunately, the game is only on ESPN Plus. So if you don't have it, you're out of luck. I know it sucks. It really sucks. I give you the express written permission to show the game. Fletcher Sports Zone gives himself the the express written permission to show the game as well. The only issue is YouTube won't allow it, and neither will the NFL. And I don't want to never commentate again on this channel. So, it sucks. I know, but when in doubt, use a free trial. Lawrence is a bust. I wouldn't say he's a bust, but is he first overall material? No. I mean, he's better than Zach Wilson and Trey Lance and recently, I wasn't saying this last year, but recently Mac Jones. Zach Wilson's not even playing that good. I know the Jets been undefeated since Wilson's been in the lineup, but here, Zach Wilson. I feel like he hasn't done anything, though. 1 touchdown to 2 interceptions. Yeah. No, Zach Wilson. I mean, Lawrence has been the best rookie, or I guess last year's rookie out of the draft. Once Davis Mills is playing great. 7 touchdowns to 5 picks. Yeah, no, Lawrence is playing better than that. That was what? Lawrence's 5th interception of the season? Wah, wah. No, you're not crazy starting Malik Willis in fantasy today. They're playing Houston. I think he'll have a lot of rushing yards. He'll probably have like 180 passing yards and like a touchdown maybe, but he'll have a lot of rushing yards. Wilson, 1st and 10, passes tipped at the line and incomplete. 2nd and 10 here for the Broncos. Now, you're only crazy if you start literally the 2 quarterbacks that are playing in fantasy right now. You're nuts if you're starting Lawrence or Wilson. I'll put it to you that way. Oh, by the way, Simmons' interception, it was a touchback. So we'll be at the 20. Yeah, at the 20. Here's the handoff. Latavius Murray will get 9. It'll be 3rd down and 1 for the Broncos. But yeah, no, I don't think you're crazy starting Malik Willis in fantasy. No, he's gonna do fine today. If he was playing a team like the Bills or the Bengals or the Ravens, I would have been like, yeah, you're pretty insane. But Texans, Jets, no. They're playing kind of like a mediocre defense, I wouldn't say so. Here's the handoff. Murray. It's close. I think he got the first. He did not. Wow, it's 4th and about a centimeter. Oh, what do you do? Do you go for it? No, the long snapper's coming out. Ouch. That stinks, though, if you're Denver. If you had a 9-yard run, it's 3rd and 1. You run up the middle again. Just great run stop defense by the Jaguars. And we'll see a punt with Waitman, our 3rd Bronco punt that we've seen so far. The long snapper is Mitchell Fabroni. Christian Kirk, the return man for the Jags. I think Hackett might challenge this here. Oh no, delay a game on the offense. Oh, well, that's going to neglect any shot that the Broncos have at going for it here. I mean, you're at your own 30. There's a good chance you aren't going for it anyway, but now Waitman will stand back at the 11. He takes the punt. This is a nice punt. All the way out to the 27. Kirk will be tripped up immediately by Darius Phillips. 10:52 to go in the second. And Jacksonville look to bounce back after that 3-and-out. We are not heading to commercial break. Everything stinks if you're a Denver fan. It stinks if you're a Jags fan, too. But, yeah, right now I'd rather be a Jags fan than a Bronco fan, 100% on that. Yeah, Hackett's a bad head coach. He's a very mediocre offensive play caller. He sucked when he was on the Jaguars, and he was only bailed out because he was the offensive coordinator with MVP quarterback Aaron Rodgers. Like, seriously. I mean, Matt Nagy has a job right now, and it's because he's one of the offensive coaches for the Chiefs. Like, give me a break. They aren't good coaches. They might be decent in their respective positions, but should they be head coaches? No. Tipped at the line and incomplete. Lawrence intended for Kirk. I think that was knocked away by Williams there. Nice swat there by Williams. Of course, tomorrow, Monday Night Football, Browns and Bengals in Cleveland. I will probably be watching some of that game, but also be enjoying a little bit of the holiday. Here's the handoff. Etienne busts free down the left sideline. Etienne to the 30, and he's shoved out of bounds by Simmons at the 24. Look at the speed by the second-year running back out of Clemson. He just takes this handoff, takes it up the left-hand side, and he bolts for it. Nice inside handoff by Lawrence. He dragged the outside linebacker, and Etienne with Durain down the sideline. It is now first down, a 49-yard run. Jacksonville has it at the 24. Actually, yes, at the 24. Handoff goes, and Hasty. It's wrapped up there by Jones. It's a loss of 1. They'll give Etienne a breather for a couple of plays. We want to talk about college football in between the huddles. I've never been more embarrassed to be a Boston College Eagles football fan in my life. 13-3 loss to UConn yesterday. They got blown out by Wake Forest the week prior, and they have just been losing games left and right. They're playing Duke this Friday. That'll be a loss. They're playing Syracuse later in November. That'll be a loss. It's just unfortunate. Here's Lawrence rolling out to the right. Throws incomplete. Ingram was in the end zone. I thought he underthrew it for a moment, and when I saw Williams in the frame. I was like, he didn't overthrow it, right? He did not. 3rd and 11. Etienne's still on the bench. Well, just play turnover-free football, and Jacksonville's going to get points here. So, yeah. All right. 3rd down 11. Ball is still placed at the 26. Jaguars are 2 for 3 on 3rd downs. Here's the screen. Ingram gets blocking, and he's down at the 18. And now there is grass in his helmet. Well, I love it when that happens, where they fall helmet first, and then they get up, and then they're plucking all the turf off their helmet. Well, he'll have time to hopefully even rinse it off, as Riley Patterson has made 9 straight field goal attempts. His last miss was at the end of the first half against Washington back in week 1. He drills it there from 37 yards out. Riley Peterson, the former Detroit Lion, makes it 10-0 Jacksonville. Thank you. Thank you for not turning the football over. And I got to say, Doug Peterson, thank you for not calling one horrible play call that drive. Yeah, no. I mean, it should be 17-0 right now. I'm not going to sugarcoat it with you guys. I mean, it's a joke. It's really a joke. That Lawrence rollout to the right throws an interception to Simmons. I'm like, I mean, yes, it's Lawrence's fault for throwing the ball, but I mean, that's coaching. I guess also talk about college football. Yeah, I already mentioned BC. They are playing some terrible, absolutely brutal football, that program. Syracuse lost back-to-back games. I know they lost a heartbreaking one to Clemson. They led up 41 points to Notre Dame. I'm trying to go out of the ACC. What else happened yesterday? For the FAU game, my man Isaac Edelman doing some sideline reporting for that game, doing some camera work. So shout out to him. He's doing a wonderful job there with FLteams.com. What else happened yesterday? UCF beat Cincinnati. That was an upset. Florida Gators, they almost came back from 28-3, but they ended up losing to number 1 ranked Georgia. Yeah, I'm just going through all the stuff that I remember off the top of my head. But yeah, college football was a pretty interesting week for college football. Tennessee still riding high after beating Alabama last week. They crushed Kentucky. What was it, like 40-17 or something? What's his name? Will Lewis is the Kentucky quarterback. Yeah, Will Lewis. I used to think he was, a future first or second round pick, but these past few weeks I think has kind of shown that he'll get drafted certainly, but probably will be later on in the draft. All right. And out of commercial break here on ESPN Plus, when the Jaguars ready to kick it off, up 10-0 over the Broncos. Denver, by the way, I'm pretty sure they have yet to pick up a first down. This Patterson will kick it off. This one will land in the end zone for the touchback. So Denver will get back out at the 25. Let's take a look at the Russell Wilson headline. So, of course, how it started, he was dealt to the Broncos from the Seahawks. Drew Lock, Shelby Harris, Noah Fant, and a couple of draft picks going Seattle's way. And, oh, my God, I mean, who would have thought at the beginning of the year? But Geno Smith not just outplaying Russell Wilson, significantly outplaying Russell Wilson statistically. Of course, Seattle winning the Week 1 game over the Broncos. And yes, the Broncos have yet to pick up a first down. It has been punt, interception, and 2 straight punts. Wilson guns it. Sutton, first down, right as I bring it up to the 39. Cortland Sutton, the rookie receiver out of the 2018 class, picks up a first down. They'll mark him actually down at the 38. And so it will be a first down for Denver. Cortland Sutton on the season only has 1 touchdown. And yes, that is the first down of the game for the Broncos. Jacksonville already has 12. Wilson guns it down the middle, hit hard immediately. Judy hit by Jenkins. And it's going to be second down, about 3 coming up. Does Jerry Judy get traded? Does Bradley Chubb get traded? I don't know. It looks like Jenkins slow to get up. I think he may have injured his ankle. Currently sitting down, holding both his legs, and the Jaguars medical staff will come out and attend to him. I've really liked the acquisition of Jenkins for Jacksonville, though. I thought at first it was maybe a little bit too much, but he has performed well. I like what I've seen out of him, as we will now head to commercial break. All right, so now in commercial break, I'm actually trying to figure out Rashawn Jenkins statistics here. Thank you. Jenkins. Keep popping up. Rashawn. There he is. So on the season, he has 1 interception, and these stats are, of course, all before the game. 41 combined tackles. And last year, he had 73 tackles, and this year he has 9 passes deflected, where last year he had 3. So I would definitely say by the end of the season, he's going to have way better statistics than last year, but of course, you got to make sure he's all right after this injury first. Again, I think he may have tweaked his foot or his ankle as he made the tackle on Judy. What's up, Alex? Thanks for stopping by. Yep, Powerskate will be back in actually a little under a month when I come back for Thanksgiving. I think we're going to have time to film an episode, so definitely looking forward to that. Thinking Wednesday the 23rd, and how perfect for us it's on a Wednesday the 23rd. Of course, we always used to film on Wednesdays, so I think November 23rd may be the return for the Power Skate show. And my goodness, we are going to have some exciting, very exciting things to talk about. Not just the season starting, but a lot of very interesting news in this NHL season so far. The Bruins are 9-1. The Capitals just beat the Predators last night. Vitek Vanacek earning his name back. He's getting the shutout against the Avalanche a couple nights ago. Second down and 2. Handoff goes, and Melvin Gordon will get the first down all the way down to the 46. Allen and Cisco with the tackle there. So if Jenkins is injured, I would imagine that the backup would probably be – hold on, I'm trying to see here. It'd probably be Deontay Thompson if they haven't activated him off the practice squad. Here's Gordon, a handoff and a gain of 2. There's Clint Kubiak. Gary Kubiak's son. I mean, how cool is that for Gary Kubiak to quarterback a team and then be their head coach like 20 years later? It's pretty interesting. Going to put tight end in motion. That is Greg Dulcich, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Oh, no, Dulcich. Rookie tight end. He caught his first career touchdown against the Chargers a couple weeks ago. Inside handoff goes. Gordon gets a gain of about 6, 3rd and 2. And that's right. I forgot about the Coyote game alerts. Yep, Coyote game alerts. One of the Coyotes going to win their first ever game in the Mullet Arena. They lost to the Jets in overtime a couple nights ago. We'll see if we got a crack at it. I think the next couple of days. I don't know the Coyote schedule off the top of my head. Denver's yet to convert a third down. They're 0 for 3. It was 3rd and 1 last time, and they didn't convert. Let's see what happens here. Inside handoff. And Murray's close, but I think he got it. I thought he had it last time as well. Ooh, the ball's right on the line. It is right on the first down line, and he is short. Oh, and now they're going to respawn it. He is short. Oh, my goodness. I think this is close. Anyway, we have an injured player down. For the Broncos, that is number 83 being helped off the field. 83? I don't have an 83 on my active roster, so let's see here. 83. Well, I guess there isn't one here. 4th and 1, it is short. Or the one the Broncos are 4 for 9. Wilson, the sneak. I think he got it. Russell Wilson's got to pick up the first down off the QB sneak here. Wow. Well, he didn't convert on 3rd down, but they got it on 4th down anyway. Yep, that's a first. So ball placed at the 34-yard line. 8th play of the drive coming up here for the Broncos. We'll see what happens. Judy in motion. Wilson throws the screen. Pass is caught. That is Washington, and he essentially gets nothing. 2nd and 10 coming up. And by the way, guess who's back out in the field? Rashawn Jenkins. Missing a couple plays there, but nice to see the free safety back out there. Now walking towards the left side of the screen. Yeah, really nice to see Jenkins back out there. Washington wrapped up immediately by Washington wrapped up by Darius Williams. 2nd and 9, Wilson. Under duress, dumps it over to Gordon. Gordon is brought down by Campbell at the 32. And it looks like it'll be 3rd down 6 coming up. We are now under 4 minutes to go in the first half. This first half is flying by. I mean, hour and 8 minutes, this is pretty quick. I mean, it's going by quicker than the Saints-Vikings London game, that's for sure. Broncos 0 for 4 on 3rd downs. It's like they're right back in that position. It's 3rd and 7. Wilson puts Judy in motion. Takes the snap. Wilson under duress. Guns it. Pass is caught. Judy wide open, and he steps out of bounds at the 6. 1st and goal to go for the Broncos. Finally, Denver starting to get going a little bit here. They convert their first 3rd down. And off they go. Take a look again here. They have Judy and Washington both on the left-hand side of the field. Nice play by Judy, able to cut up field and get open at around the 10 before he stepped out of bounds at the 6, and that's where 1st and goal will be. Wilson 5 for 5 this drive, now make it 6 for 6 as Judy's going to score. Touchdown. Jerry Judy from 6 yards out, an interesting celebration, but the Broncos are on the board. It is 10-6 with the extra point pending. Wilson goes 6 for 6 on the drive. A little shuffle pass to Judy. He's able to get the blockers out in front. One by the tight end, the other by Melvin Gordon. And he's able to score on the left-hand side of the end zone. Extra point by Brandon McManus is good, and it is going to be 10-7. Ew, Clint Kubiak. It was the Vikings coach last year. No bueno. That's good to know. And Jerry Judy. I mean, that was a weird celebration. He put his head down, and he essentially what? What was he doing? He was like twerking or something? I don't know. Probably not that, but he was doing some weird dance, to say the least. 2:44 to go here in this first half. The Broncos offense versus defense, according to last year. Points per game last, defense 3rd, yards per play 24th. Defense is first in that category as well. Also now trying to hype up his team. Second time that Russell Wilson's ever played in London. Back in the good old year of 2018, where he threw a touchdown to David Moore and just defeated then when they were the Oakland Raiders. Back in 2018, back where they had guys like, should be a blast from the past year. Hold on, I'm trying to think of who was actually on that team, coached by John Gruden. I think that was after Amari Cooper was traded. Actually, no, it was probably before. I don't remember. I can't name you a team on that. I can't name you a player on that team, but I can tell you the rest of the facts. 2018 Raiders. That was after Crabtree. That was Darren Waller still in the Ravens in 2018? I don't remember. Anyway, they didn't go into commercial break. We're going to get ready to kick things back off here. Brandon McManus, former Indianapolis Colt. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. This will be returned to the 20, to the 30, and that's Hasty, brought down at the 33, 34-yard line. Take a look at the first-round picks for the Jaguars. Of course, in 2021, they had Lawrence and Etienne. This year, Lloyd and Walker. So two offensive targets in last year's draft, and then two defensive targets in this year's draft. So kind of weird how that works. They had two first-round picks, and they were kind of, focusing on one part of the team. That one's incomplete. In the hands of Christian Kirk, Griffin, the linebacker in coverage. It's 2nd and 10 for the Jaguars. Lawrence gets out of the huddle here. Etienne, the running back. Jones, Kirk, and Ingram. Top right side of the screen, and to the bottom left is Marvin Jones. Here's the snap. That's a flag, and I think even a free play for the Jags here. Etienne with the catch. Down to the 36. And we will check the marker. I think this is going to be a penalty against Denver here for offsides, and it is. Second down, Bradley Chubb. Going offsides there. Again, I don't think Chubb's going to get traded, but if he were to, Denver should definitely get a couple of seconds and a third. I don't know if Chubb's worth a first, but he's definitely worth at least 1 or 2 seconds, 1 or 2 thirds and maybe even a player in return. Kirk! Nice throw by Lawrence. Able to squeeze it in between the safety and the linebacker. First down, Kirk, all the way down to the 48, and we will hit the 2-minute warning. The Jaguars took a 10-0 lead. Jerry Jeudy respond. The lead is now cut back to 3. 2-minute warning in Wembley Stadium. All right. As a Jaguar that's impressed me a little bit here is Brandon Sheriff. Key acquisition there for the Jaguars. Haven't had a great right guard since Andrew Norwell left. And, last year I felt like line was definitely their biggest struggle. They come on in. They actually do a lot of things to help out their linemen this offseason. They bring in Brandon Sheriff. They bring back Cam Robinson. They actually re-signed Cameron Robinson to a 3-year contract. So no need to worry about that. And, the line's got better. I mean, I've still seen Lawrence under duress a little bit, but they've definitely improved from last year. And I guess that's pretty much all you could ask for. Wing here on this commercial break. During halftime, I'll go predict the rest of the games for the week. I predicted Jacksonville would win this game, and I predicted that Baltimore would beat Tampa Bay, in which they did. So now we are looking at, hopefully I start the week off 2-0 on my predictions. We can go recap some sports news as well during the halftime show, or I guess just starting the second half. Of course, if you haven't already, I guess actually while we're still on commercial break, let me do some self-advertising real quick. Make sure you go follow this page right here. Ulster Sports Zone 2 on Instagram. Posting every World Series final, posting your latest news, rumors, you know the deal. Follow it. All right. You're heading out of commercial break. Jacksonville, after completing a first down to Christian Kirk, they have the ball at the 49. ETN with the handoff, and he will pick up 8. But then the play by Joel. No, he's second down and 2 coming up here for the Jaguars. Jacksonville gets out of the huddle. Jones Jr., and Kirk split to the left-hand side. They throw the screen to Kirk, and Kirk will pick up the first down. Needed 2, got 4. I like that. Whenever they're in the same area, you'll be like Jones and Jones Jr. Of course, Zay and Marvin. or I could say Zay and Marvin. I will say, though, Marvin Jones Jr., when he was on the Lions a few years ago, he was a really underrated receiver. Him and Kenny Golladay, they were a good 1-2 punch. Here's Lawrence, throws down the middle, and a drop by Ingram, one that should have been caught for certain. Joel on the coverage again, and it'll be second down and 10 for the Jaguars. Take a look again here. Yeah, trying to throw down the middle, and that is not even knocked away by Joel. That one's in and out of the breadbasket by Ingram, and that was kind of my one concern when Jacksonville brought him. How consistent can he be? Caught a nice touchdown back in the first quarter, and he dropped an easy pass there. He is a very off and on player, but when he's on, he is on. He had a great game against the Giants last week, too, in his revenge game. Ingram picks up a yard. It's 3rd and 9. As Broncos going to call the first time out of the game by either team. So we'll get Travis Etienne. His younger brother currently running back for the Florida Gators. Take a look at that run again on the drive that ended in a field goal. Nice 49-yard run, and then that spin move first down back in the first quarter. Then another huge run, which brought him down all the way to the 5-yard line. Etienne, he is starting to really blossom into a running back. He has 94 rushing yards so far. He had his first career touchdown last week. He's playing well. Lawrence under pressure on 3rd and 9, does a 360, chucks it up, and a one-handed catch by the ball boy. Out of bounds. Obviously, it's 4th and 9, and there's a flag. Oh, no. Is this intentional grounding? I think it might be. Well, that stinks. Yep, intentional grounding. I mean, Lawrence was kind of doing the smart thing there. Let me throw it away instead of taking a sack and knocking our team at field goal range. But you did anyway. Lawrence, once he did the 360, that play was done for. Of course, now Peterson, Lawrence communicating on the sideline. Williams will be the return man for the Logan Cook punt. Thanks to the penalty, it's 4th and 26. Cook standing all the way back at his own 31 here. I mean, I do agree. I didn't really think about it at first, but after the intentional grounding was called, I definitely understand why. So here's Cook ready to punt it away. Delivers a good kick. This one will land at the 6. And look at Williams. Breaks off a tackle, and he is smothered at the 8. Shaq Quarterman was one of the men there, and he absolutely buried him. Oh, it's like the scoring margins this season. The Jacksonville Jaguars in the first and third quarter have a plus 63 point differential. That leads the NFL, but in quarters 2 and 4, they have a minus 45, which is the worst. Good to know they have a positive plus minus differential, though. I guess that's good, but still. Would be playing much better than what they're playing right now. 1st and 10 for the Broncos. Wilson with Gordon shifting from left to right. Takes a snap. Wilson shuffle pass. Gordon. 1st down and a gain of 11. Melvin Gordon. Once upon a time, a Wisconsin Badger, and once upon a time, so was Russell Wilson. Gordon drafted by the Chargers in the 2015 draft. He and Eckler were a deadly duo for a couple of seasons until Gordon left in 2020. Here's Wilson chucking one up out of bounds into the Jaguars sideline. Look again here on that. Oh, what a block out in front of the Gordon catch. Darius Williams pancake there by Dalton Reisner, the left guard. 2nd and 10. Wilson, audibles at the line. Gordon, the running back, to his left. 5 seconds to go on the play clock. Wilson takes the snap. Under duress. Guns it. Pass. Caught. Judy. Wow. Stepping in front of Williams, and that'll be a gain of about 13. First down, Broncos. Ball placed at the 34. Wilson takes the snap. Rolls out to his left. Throws short. Pass caught, and that will be a gain of 9. Jenkins downs him as Delich with the catch. Now we have an injured Bronco. Uh-oh. That is the center, Lloyd Crushenberry. I do not see a backup center on the Broncos roster, so I'll probably have to have a guard switch over there. Right. Oh, yeah, the best quote for Grant, the kid from Weymouth. That's right. That's Charlie Coyle. That's my boy Charlie Coyle, who, by the way, scored again against Columbus on Friday. Coyle's on a roll right now. Charlie Coyle, the kid from Weymouth. Good thing Sam lets me scream it whenever he scores. Sorry, but he's from Massachusetts. I got to represent the hometown boys. That's what I do here. It's 45 outside. I don't want to go outside. 45-degree weather. This is like where it's beginning to get too cold. For me, anyway. $4. We'll deal with that later. Anyway, you agree? Well, that's good. That's good. Sam agrees. All right. Head out of the break. We have Graham Glass now, the former Lion. I think, he's taking reps at center now. 2nd and 1, 32 seconds left in the first half. Wilson takes the snap in shotgun formation, put the tight end in motion. Wilson takes the snap, fires over the middle, pass complete, and Gordon is brought down by Ulokun at the 48. First down, Denver. Wilson's going to try to spike it here, and they will. So spike with 15 seconds left. Denver down to 1 timeout. Jacksonville still has all 3. And the Broncos are about 7 yards away from Brandon McManus's career long. We have commentated a career long this season. Harrison Buckner for the Chiefs, where he made a 62-yard field goal before halftime against the Bills. Jacksonville calls a timeout, so they're down to 2. It'll be pretty cool. 3 broadcasts, and we get to call 2 career-long field goals for 2 very good kickers. Brandon McManus, like I mentioned, he was on the Colts practice squad during the 2014 offseason. He joined Denver right before the 2014 season, and he has been playing phenomenal ever since. Starting kicker on the Super Bowl 50 roster. He has done a lot of community work for Denver, and great guy on and off the field, as are most kickers, and McManus no exception. Wilson, first 5 drives, he started off 2 for 5 with a pick and 19 yards, but since then he's only thrown 2 incompletions. Wilson takes a snap, 2nd and 10. Pump fakes it, down he goes! DeJuan Smoot with the sack. And there you have it. The pocket collapses, and Jacksonville gets their 2nd sack of the first half. Let's take a look again here. Look at Smoot able to work around the left-hand side of that line. Him and Arden Keogh had the sack back in the first quarter, applying the pressure. Good job by Smoot, the 2017 rookie, able to get there. And it will be 3rd and long coming up. We have Walker as well. Trayvon Walker also trying to come up that left side. So there you have it. 3rd down. Smoot has 20 sacks in 4 seasons. 3rd and 17. Seattle is still in field goal. Well, they're not in field goal range, but they are still in range to get McManus into a field goal position. Wilson's going to chuck it up deep. Pass is underthrown horribly and in and out of the hands of Andrew Cisco. Cisco, the man who had the pick 6 against the Eagles back in week 4, drops that interception there. Not that it really matters. It's 4th and 17. If I'm Denver, I'm going to try a lateral play or whatever. I mean, there's no point in punting. Well, there's not a point. You might give out may give up a punt return touchdown, and they will go for it. Crutchberry heading to the locker room as Wilson chucks it up to end the first half. This throw is out of bounds. So there you have it, 10-7 Jags at the half. Pretty even first half, I would say. Jacksonville, the better team in the first quarter. Broncos were probably the better team midway through the second quarter. And Jacksonville has a 10-7 lead. Jaguars, of course, or Wilson rather, 1-1 against the Jaguars in his career. 1 in week 3 of 2013 en route to winning the Super Bowl, and the Jaguars defeated Wilson. What week was it? I think it was week 14 down in Jacksonville. Jaguars beat the Seahawks. Blake Bortles threw to Keenan Cole, 75-yard touchdown. Good days those were. It's like I remember watching that game like it was yesterday. Oh, my God. It's like I'm old. DeJuan Smoot just getting a sack. I'm like, yeah, I remember when DeJuan Smoot was a rookie. Drafted him in, what was it, the 4th round? Smoot was 3rd round, okay. Yeah, that's right. He wore 94, and then he switched his number to 91. He has 20 and a half career sacks, as I mentioned. 4 forced fumbles and over 100 career total tackles. That is interesting. All right. Well, in the meantime, close that out. In the meantime, we'll do some predicting. Might as well, anyway. Here we go. All right, so right now, as I mentioned, I had the Ravens winning the Thursday night game over Denver, and I have the Jaguars winning this morning. Let's see what else we have in store for us today. I already mentioned this game as well. I do think the Vikings will beat the Cardinals. No problem. The Dolphins should definitely defeat the Lions. Oh, yeah, the Lions only have one win. Huh, that's interesting. Cowboys will beat the Bears. Saints will beat the Raiders. Raiders are favored to win, and I get why, but I'll go with the Saints winning that game. This is winner takes the AFC South Division lead here. The Falcons and the Panthers. I'm gonna pick Atlanta. I really think Carolina's terrible. I'm putting it lightly. I really think they're terrible. They're just kind of getting away with, they've only won 2 games, and the Buccaneers are in free for all. Give me Atlanta to win that one. The Patriots and the Jets. The Jets. When was the last time the Jets beat the Patriots? 2015? Yeah, that sounds about right. It's ended today. I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong. I want Mac Jones to play fine. I want him to go a whole game without any Bailey Zappi talk. But listen, the Jets, again, I've kind of said Zach Wilson's mediocre earlier on in the stream, but the defense isn't. Their run game isn't. And the Jets, they're going to live and die by their run game now that they have James Robinson. I will say the Jets will win. They are 6-2. Good Lord. I don't know how to react to that. I really don't know how to react to the Jets being 6-2. But if they win, that'll be their record. Eagles will stay undefeated. They'll beat the Steelers. We had a hiccup there. I think even with or without Malik Willis, I don't care. I think the Titans will beat the Texans. Seahawks upsetting the Giants. I'll go with that. Just because the Giants have been winning, yes, but the Seahawks have been more impressive of a team, and they've beaten better quality opponents in I guess this year the East has been better than the West. Who would have thought about that? But yeah. I'll go with the Seahawks upsetting the Giants. If the Giants win, though, I wouldn't be too surprised. 49ers beating the Rams. Yes. Regular season sweep. Why not? I had the 49ers and Rams playing in the divisional round this year. How quickly time changes. Rams had their bye week last week. Obviously, San Francisco losing to Kansas City. Colts and Commanders, as I mentioned, I think the Colts will win that game, though I think it'll be a very good game. The Bills will beat the Packers on Sunday Night Football, and on Monday Night Football, I have the Bengals defeating the Browns. Excuse me. So there is my predictions for this week. Now we'll hop on to Fletcher Sports Zone and get to recap some of the news here. I actually guess we'll recap the news we'll recap the news from last Sunday. So, as I previously mentioned, I was lying. Fletcher Sports Zone only posts real information. Marlon Mack is now on the Broncos. We've yet to see him today, though, and there's Breece Hall tearing his ACL. Matt Ryan getting benched in favor for Sam Ehlinger. Well, Ryan was actually going to be inactive for today's game due to injury. But yes, that does surprise me that you traded for a guy just to bench him midway through the season. Now, granted, Ryan does lead the league in interceptions. He has, 9 on the year? And really, other than the Week 6 game against the Jaguars and maybe the Week 1 game against Houston, where granted they tied, but he didn't look horrible. I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of it's tough for me to pick out a great Matt Ryan performance. It hasn't happened yet. I'm not completely against benching him. I guess he didn't play bad in the Kansas City game either, but still. Colts are in free for all. They're trying to save their season, especially if Jacksonville wins today. Jacksonville leapfrogs them in the division if they lose to Washington. So, yeah, I'll say that it was too early. I still think it's too early. But I get what the Colts are doing. They're trying to they're trying to, how am I supposed to say? They're trying to salvage their season before the season's completely lost, right? So, yeah, I get what they're doing. All right, I think we are near the end of halftime here. Good. We'll continue to recap the news, though, throughout the commercial breaks and whatnot. PJ Walker starting the rest of the way here as even if Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold return from their respective injuries, Walker's going to be the starter, and good for him. He's earned it. Mike Williams expected to miss 4 weeks with a high ankle sprain. That stinks. Same thing with this one. J.C. Jackson out the remainder of the season with a ruptured patellar tendon. Jeez Louise. He was out 8 to 9 months, meaning he literally will not be healthy until September of next season. Jaguars traded James Robinson, as we know, so it's a 6th-round pick that could become a conditional 5th, which it probably will. Bills defensive coordinator, Will Corey, passed away. He was the defensive coordinator that led the Bills to the 4 Super Bowls, so that's pretty unfortunate that he passed away. We're just going to scroll through the news here as the halftime is still going on. Raiders trading defensive tackle Jonathan Hankins to the Cowboys for 2024 7th. What's up, John and Cooper? Appreciate you guys for stopping by this morning. Don't tell Kyle he stole his money. Right there, Kyle. You got to be aware of this guy. No, that's cool. Funny. You guys are funny. Don't tell Sam I stole his money in his phone. All right. Everything will be under wraps. Chris Conley signing with the Titans there. How about that? Chris Conley, revenge game today. James Van Riemsdyk will undergo finger surgery. He's out to at least December. So, yeah. Taking a block shot to the finger. Yikes. Yeah, I'll explain why you're out long term. This is an interesting hire. I like it, though. The Marlins hire Cardinals bench coach Skip Schumacher. I'm definitely mispronouncing his name still, as their new manager, but I like that hire, though. Not bad. Young. He's 43, 44? What are you going to do? What's up, Annette? Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I'm sure JVR is. He has been missed because Philadelphia, though. Hard-fought loss. Yeah, sure, they lost to Carolina last night. But that was a pretty exciting game. Kerry Price, on his thoughts, he's probably retiring at the end of the season. Basically, he was giving an update to the media on how he's doing. Wainwright isn't retiring at the end of the year. That's good. Jags, as I mentioned, Shaq Griffin. Oh my God, I got my Shaqs confused. 4 weeks with a back injury. All right, we'll scroll up here. And this has probably been the biggest trade we've seen in the offseason as we were ready to begin the second half. Perfect timing. Robert Quinn dealt to the Eagles for a 2023 4th-round pick. He had 18.5 sacks last year. The Bears kind of in rebuilding form where the Eagles are, of course, trying to keep their undefeated season alive. We probably will see Robert Quinn today. We probably will see James Robinson today. We're going to probably see Christian McCaffrey get more and more involved in the 49ers game plan. Yeah, I would say Quinn. I would say in terms of biggest trades, it's probably gone McCaffrey, Quinn, Robinson. That's probably been the top 3 so far, unless I'm missing one, but I don't think I am really. Trade deadline's knocking on the door. It's in 2 weeks, so we'll have to wait and see what happens. A lot of other names could be moved. Bradley Chubb has been one floating around. Alvin Kamara, though I doubt it. Alvin Kamara potentially going to the Eagles. Again, I think that's really unlikely, but it's at least a rumor. I am a Jaguar fan. I'm a diehard Jacksonville Jaguar fan. This is my basement, so there's not much Jaguar stuff down here. But in my room, there's a bunch of Jaguar stuff up there. All right. Ready to begin the third quarter. Who's getting the ball first? I think the Jaguars are. Yeah, they are, because Wilson's first drive of the game ended in an interception. McManus to kick it off, and this is a muff kickoff, returning now all the way out to the 24-yard line. I guess, well, after dropping the kickoff, you made something out of nothing. That was Chris Claybrooks, the corner, on the 2020 draft. There was Claybrooks. We need to sue me? I thought y'all already knew. I'm rooting for the Patriots today, okay? I don't think the Jets are that good despite their record. I'm picking the Jets just because, but I'll be rooting for the Patriots today. Here's ETN, ripped to the ground. Wow, what a tackle. Bonito. His name is Bonito. I really want to say Bonino because obviously Nick Bonino, Anaheim Duck and Vancouver Canucks legend for all my hockey viewers. Yeah, what a nice tackle there. He was there along with DJ Jones. All right, it's second down coming up, and Lawrence throws, passes caught. Ingram shakes off a tackle, and Ingram is brought down at the 43 by Kareem Jackson. So I guess that's what Jacksonville pretty much needs to do here is play safe football, no more turnovers. You had your one interception. No more turnovers, continue to go down the field. I mean, if you don't convert, red zone trips into touchdowns, there's no reason why you can't attempt field goals. Just play short, simple, stout on defense. You should win this game, but you got to play conservative offensively. You got to play smart here as ETN with a gain of 4, make it second down 6, Chubb with the tackle. Here in London, of course, on the ESPN side of the broadcast is Dan Orlovsky. Did you see that tweet where Dan Orlovsky was making fun of Twitter? It was like, who's Twitter? Or who's Twitch? Not Twitter, Twitch. Anyway, second down and 5, of course, obviously huge news with Twitter going on. If you know, you know. Lawrence, that pass is caught out of bounds. Zay Jones, and it's 3rd and 1. Yeah, so Twitch made fun of Orlovsky running out of bounds. And it was funny. Then Orlovsky was like, what's Twitch? You know where I went on Friday night? No, I don't know where you went Friday night. Of course, Sam and I went to the Bruins game on Thursday, but you probably know about that. Here's a 3rd and 1. Handoff goes. ETN's got the first, and he'll keep going. And, hey, why not? Make a 2-yard gain, a 7-yard gain as they push the pile forward. Jacksonville now in field goal range as, look at that, nice pushing by Juwan Taylor there. Nice move. Just keep on moving the legs. That's what you got to do if you're ETN. Don't stop. At the 41, here comes Jacksonville. Kind of flipping in between StreamYard and the game, of course. Check if there's anything wrong with the camera, any chats. Here's Jermichael Hasty, ripped to the ground by Surtain, and he got hit so hard his mouth guard fell out. Huge hit by Surtain. Will be second down and about probably 14 coming up. Yeah, at that point, Hasty should just let the ball drop to the ground. It would have fell incomplete. Would have been better off than him losing however many yards he did. Yeah, he lost 4 on that one. At the 45, Lawrence has got to put Ingram in motion. Here's the snap. Lawrence. Pump fakes, ball's out, and it is going to be recovered by Jacksonville. Wow, that was a scary situation. Lawrence got stripped. Tyler Shatney recovers and is all the way back to the 40. The Jaguars are doing nothing but going backwards. A loss of 4, and they're going to lose about 15 yards on this one. Great pressure, though. He pump fakes, and right there to make the play, number 42, Nick Bonito, able to strip the ball, and Shatney right there for the recovery, but we're looking at a 3rd and 1,000,000 right here. Yes, 3rd and 29. Have to get to the 31 for a first down. Handoff goes, Hasty up the middle, and they'll get a lot of that yardage back down to the 46. It's not enough. They'll still have to punt, but hey, might as well run and pick up about 13 or so yards instead of throwing an incompletion and punting deeper than you'd want to. 4th and 16. And Cook will punt it away to the return man, Washington. Good snap. Cook on the punt. And down at the 2! It took a bounce around the 8, and what a job by Jacksonville's special teams. Punt, down it at the 2. Incredible. And went to your school dance. Oh, how fun. You were nervous to go first, and you hung out with some friends and had fun. Hey, I was the same way. I was the same way in high school, dude. I was like, do I want to go to this dance? I'm like, I should go, shouldn't I? Then I would go, I would chill out with my friends. I'm like, well, hey, I'm happy I went. So that's good to hear. Probably homecoming, right? I know a lot of schools are having homecoming around this time of year. Hope you had a blast. Yeah, that's always good fun getting to spend some time with your friends at school dance. Nick Foligno playing in the NFL. Bruins legend Nick Foligno. He just signed a 1-day contract with the Broncos. Nick Bonito. That's how you pronounce it. I know, it's confusing. Sing Party of the USA? Oh, God, why? Why would you? Why? I mean, I could put my hands up to play my song, The Butterflies Fly Away. There you go. Oh, God. This is interesting, to say the least. Aaron Boone returning to be the Yankees manager next year. Why? I don't know. I disagree with it. But he's coming back anyway. Milwaukee Brewers doing some changing in the front office. This one was interesting. Kadarius Toney to the Chiefs for a conditional 2023 3rd and 6th round pick. I mean, that's a pretty big trade. Getting a fresh start with the Giants. He never really liked it in New York, I could tell. Gets traded to the Chiefs. We'll probably see him in the Chiefs are on their bye week, so we will see him next week. Not going to see him about Susan for not telling you about Friday. That you went to the dance. Yeah. Well, I appreciate it, Cooper. Glad you had a fun time, my man. It's fun. I feel like I'm getting all of Sam's viewers whenever I broadcast football. It's so fun. I'm like, oh, nice. Hey, more viewers. Hey, can't complain. I'm already familiar with you guys, so that's fun. As we are out of commercial break here in London, the Broncos again have it at the 2 after the punt was downed. Trouble punt by Logan Cook there. Wilson guns it down the middle. No one's near him to the 20. And that is Dulich with the catch. Rookie tight end. Again, he started to play more in the Charger game. Caught a touchdown. And he has a first down here. Cisco, along with 2 other black uniforms, combined on the tackle. 9 minutes to go here in the third. Dulich, 27 yards in today's game. Inside handoff goes, and that will be a gain of about 4 for Latavius Murray. Murray's played on the Raiders, the Vikings, the Saints, and now the Broncos. If I'm missing any other team, let me know in the chat. Now at the 24-yard line. 2nd down and 6. Wilson take the snap and shotgun. 2 receivers set to the left. Wilson guns it down the middle again to the 40. Dulich again getting open, and man, he is playing really well. Who needs Noah Fant? Really, he is playing impressive this year. Rookie tight end. So the ball is placed at the 46. 1st and 10 to go for the Broncos. And finally, this offense is starting to produce some yards. Murray brought down at midfield. 2nd down, about 5 at midfield. Frank Sam on Tuesday sounds good. we should Frank Sam on Tuesday. We got to come up with something though. No, that's gonna be a fun game though. Bruins Penguins. I'm really looking forward to watching that. Here's Judy out of the backfield, and he gets shoved out of bounds by Lloyd and Campbell. It'll be 3rd down and 1. Denver may actually go for it here if they don't convert, but of course, 1 play at a time. Oh no, 1st down? Really? Well, I guess it's a 1st down for the Broncos. My apologies. They moved the line of scrimmage forward after the whistle. Here's Wilson, throw, caught to the 39. KJ Hamler. I feel like Hamler's had a quiet day. Second down at 5. Wilson will take the snap. Steps up, throws, caught again! And that is down to the 1. Dulich again. He's just having a phenomenal quarter. A phenomenal drive, whatever you want to call it. Huge. Down the right sideline, able to create separation from Jenkins. And here's Denver. Dulich has 3 catches for 78 yards. The run on 1st and goal goes nowhere. 2nd and goal coming up. And wow. Dulcich, she's having a great night. He's having a very solid, I don't know what to call it. It's like, it's evening in London. It's morning here. Whatever the case may be. Wilson under center. It's 2nd and goal. Wilson takes the snap. Gordon gets the block and gets the touchdown. Melvin Gordon. Up the middle they go, and they've come back from 10-0 down to take the lead. It's Gordon's 2nd rushing touchdown of the season. And there you have it. Denver takes the lead. I'm mad about that, you know? Like, this team did such a good job keeping the offense at bay. They had an interception. They were stopping the run. The offense slows down, and now Denver takes the lead. It is 14-10 as McManus drills the extra point. And a commercial break. We are. He goes to the bathroom. You take both Sam's computer and take them to Kyle's room. That'd be a good idea. The only issue is, one, I would like to be his roommate. And two, Kyle lives in a different he lives in a different hall. And we're the furthest halls apart from each other. So, not that I'm against that, it's just that would be very hard to do, and I don't want Sam to get absolutely mad at both me and Kyle. So, yeah. Flyers claim Keith Bellows from the Islanders off waivers. I mean, this could potentially be a decent signing for the fourth line. He has been impressive in his limited stints with the Islanders. It's just I feel like they have like a lot of very solid forwards. Bellows was just kind of the odd man out there. Brock Holt retired after a 10-year career. Of course, he made the All-Star game in 2015 and won the 2018 World Series with the Red Sox. Love Brock Holt. Also hit a cycle in the playoffs. The Bengals are going to be without Jamar Chase the next 4 to 6 weeks due to a hip injury. I feel like that injury kind of came out of nowhere. So, unfortunate that Chase is out. The Bruins made a trade. You could blame it on... All right. Bruins trading Jack Stanika to the Canucks for goaltender Michael DiPietro and prospect defenseman Jonathan Myrenberg. What do you think of this trade? I like Stanika, but it was also time for Stanika to go. He was just getting buried on the fourth line. He signed a 2-year deal. This way was his 2-way contract. Next year would have been a 1-way. I don't think Stanika was going to be full-time NHL ready by next year. So, therefore, I got to say I agree with the move. I mean, we didn't need a goalie unless we need a goalie for Providence, but I don't know. Maybe Myrenberg can turn into something. Bruins, of course, winning against the Red Wings 5-1 on Thursday. That's right. Me, Kyle, and Sam were there Thursday. How about that, though? I mean, that's not. I mean, granted, the picture's like wicked zoomed in, but we were high up. We got to see. We were really high up, and then of course the Ravens defeating the Buccaneers. All right, so we'll end that here. I actually think I'm going to take a break. Next commercial. I'm getting really hungry. I don't know why. I had cereal for breakfast, and I thought I was ready to go for the broadcast, but I don't know. As the game's going along, I'm getting like wicked hungry. So I'll probably step aside. Next commercial break. I'm going to pull up another tab here. Well, you gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. Stop sharing that. We won't get Kyle in trouble. No, sir. All right, there we go. Oh, wait, I'll save that for next commercial break. All right. Heading out of this one, though, Melvin Gordon just ran for a 1-yard score. The Broncos are up 14-10 over the Jaguars. And Denver ready to kick it off here. So we'll see what happens. The Jaguars, they have been awfully silent. They started off rumbling. I mean, they had the sack, they had the pick, they had the touchdown. ETN busted for a 49-yard run. They kicked the field goal. What in the world happened? All of a sudden, it is now 14-10 Denver in a flash with a touchback here from McManus. 5:07 to go here in the third quarter. And yeah. For Tuesday. Oh, man. Sam is about to... It was not going to be a happy camper with us, to say the least, if we do pull the trigger on it. Greg Dulcich, 3 catches, 78 yards on that last drive. Luke Farrell in motion. Let's see what Jacksonville does in response. Play fake. Lawrence dumps it over. ETN to the 30. Jewell gets the tackle. There is a flag down. So I'm going to take this jacket off for now as they talk about what the flag could potentially be. Let's see here. It's a penalty against the Broncos. Surprise, surprise. And it'll be first down for the Jaguars as the Bronco penalized on the play. Number 27, Mathis. So 1st and 10 now at the 30. Lawrence handoff. ETN busts up the middle, and that's a gain of 8. Travis Etienne has done a very solid job so far. We got Williams, man. Ooh! Denver gets away with that. Blatant helmet to helmet. Oh, are you kidding me? William Jackson leans forward with the helmet. Nothing called. Helmet to helmet hit. Oh, good gracious. Here's Etienne off the pitch. He gets the first down, a gain of 4. You know, I'm actually writing a paper about NFL concussions in my psychology class. And that hit right there. Egregious. That's my throwing flag motion. Oh my God. I mean, you've been calling penalties on everything else all day. Why stop now? I have no idea, but Jacksonville has it at the 42. Handoff goes ETN up the middle, and that's a gain of 2. 2nd down and 8. We'll actually mark it 2nd down 7. We'll get to see Jermichael Hasty in at running back. Ball placed at the 44. Jones in motion. Fakes the handoff. Lawrence dumps it over. Chris Manhertz is wrapped up immediately. Great tackling here by Josie Jewell, and it'll be 3rd down coming up. Fun fact about Chris Manhertz. He was the man who caught first ever touchdown pass from Trevor Lawrence. Yep, week 1 against the Texans last season. They're down in 8. Jaguars 3rd for 7 on 3rd down so far. Lawrence takes the snap. Throws. Pass incomplete. He overthrows Marvin Jones. .2:17 to go in the 3rd, and we'll see another Logan Cook punt. That's what I'm talking about. Well, this happens every game. The Jaguars offense plays great. They play fantastic. And then, inexplicably, the offense goes silent. And then they go 3 and out again, 3 and out again, 3 and out again. It's like, oh my gosh. Really, man? Here's the punt from Cook. It's just so aggravating to watch when, like, you've seen it 4 or 5 times this season. Washington is down at the 25. Again, Shaq Quarterman helping out on special teams. As we will head to commercial break, I will step away. Bruins President's Day game. I'm not sure. Maybe. Probably. I'll probably be at that game. If not Sam, I'll probably just broadcast it on my own. But yes, probably. Anyway, commercial break. I'll be right back in a few. Don't go anywhere. Live on ESPN Plus, the Broncos are up 14-10 over the Jaguars. And all right, as we head out of commercial break here, and my apologies, I was running a little behind. It is third down now for the Broncos with 1:42 to go here in this third quarter. Third down and 8. First down was incomplete. Second down was a run up the middle and a gain of 2. Here is your recap of this drive so far. Ball placed at the 27. Denver's only picked up 1 third down all day long. They are 1 for 6. Wilson in shotgun formation. Takes the snap. Under duress, down he goes! Trayvon Walker, the rookie linebacker, gets in there. Third sack of the day for the Jaguars, and there you have it. We will see another punt here coming from Wheatman. Let's take a look at this. Pressure screaming up the left-hand side. Dwan Smoot getting in his face with the half sack, helped by Walker. Smoot's got a sack and a half on the day. Here's Waitman's punt for Christian Kirk. This one will land at the 30. Kirk, he has room to run to the 35 and actually to the 37. Oh, pardon me. I usually don't eat on stream. I don't know why I'm ridiculously hungry right now. We heading to a commercial break? We are not. Good. All right, 1st and 10. 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Oh! Denver pleading for a false start on Jacksonville. I think it might be offsides on Denver. We'll take a look here on the replay. If we see one, we got to let the refs explain first. It is a false start on the Jaguars. First and 15. Oh, and by the way, on that sack on Wilson, I felt Dwan Smoot Now that we're seeing the proper replay, I think Smoot may have gotten away with a face mask. Lawrence empty backfield, 1st and 15. Chubb right in his face. Lawrence escapes. He throws incomplete for Kirk. Oh, what a play that would have been if he was able to hit Kirk right as he was running away. And it will be 2nd down and 15 coming up here for the Jaguars as Lawrence, not a bad throw. He almost got hit pretty hard though. Okay, if anything were to happen to Lawrence, our backup quarterback is C.J. Beathard. And, of course, for the Broncos, the man who started last week, Brett Rippon, if anything is to happen to Wilson. Scoring a touchdown, they had the interception, a field goal, and then 3 straight punts. 2nd down and 5. Lawrence throws the screen. Etienne! What are they doing? That's a loss of about 7 or 8. Oh my goodness, they are throwing behind the line of scrimmage, and that is dangerous. You never do that. Never try to do that. Etienne loses a bunch. 3rd quarter's come to a close. Oh my goodness, this is not going. It was going great at first for the Jags, but man, Denver's offense just started to click. They've gotten a couple of points, and they still lead by 4 heading into the 4th quarter. I hope you guys have been enjoying the broadcast so far. I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Don't go anywhere. Denver's still up by 4 over Jacksonville. All right, 4th quarter about to get underway here at Wembley Stadium. The Jaguars were up 10-0, and then all of a sudden, the Broncos get 2 touchdown scoring drives, giving them the 14-10 lead. Lawrence on 3rd and 21 will run, and he's out of bounds by Griffin, taking it 4th down and making it 4 straight punts for the Jaguars. This has been an anemic offensive attack here in the second half. They have really just been shut down ever since Etienne's essentially been shut down. But I think starting next drive, you got to start getting Etienne more involved in the game plan because this is not good. Sure, Lawrence got a 9-yard run, but it's still 4th and 12. Washington, the return man. He will let that one fall, and it'll fall into the end zone for the touchback. Yeah, I mean, the Jaguars defense last week, this week, the Colts game, the Commanders game. I mean, the defense has done all it can possibly do. And again, when you have to rely on this offense to score points, it is just a simple no. It will not happen. And that's been a recurring theme all season long for the team down in Duval County. And I mean, hey, maybe things will change this morning, but I don't think so. I've seen this story one too many times already this season. Here's Gordon, a handoff down to the 24. That's a gain of 4. Second down, 6 now at the 24. Wilson in shotgun formation. Now we'll audible at the line. Wilson will take the snap. Steps back. Josh Allen there in his face. Pocket collapses. Wilson's going to take off to the left-hand side. He's going to dive, and he's down on the play by Okula. It will be third down, about 3 coming up here for the Jaguars. Defense, that is. And look at Wilson. Nice pump fake. Nice job able to run, read the pocket. Jacksonville's pass rush, it's been an issue all day long, and this is a really tough game for both these quarterbacks. Whoever wins, they're gonna earn their victory here. They are playing significantly well. That's going to be a false start on the Broncos as flags fly. Wilson just over 200 yards, and yes, we will get a false start on Denver. Oh, clearly. Two. Wow. The left guard and the right tackle both moved. 12th penalty on the day for the Broncos. 3rd and 7. I'll just back him up 5. Gordon, the running back, to Wilson's right. Wilson steps back. And almost throws an interception. Wow. Key steps in front of the pass. He almost deflected into his own hands. Oh my goodness. Playing careless with the football is Russell Wilson. I mean, you can't do this. Key knocks it down. He had a man wide open on the left-hand side of the field. Would have given him about 15, 20 yards. Oh my, a brain fart for Wilson. And now Waitman out to punt again. And what do you know? It's penalties that kill this Broncos offense. Kirk to return to the 29-yard line. 12:51 to go in regulation. The Broncos and the Jaguars. Battle of the Nature Boys here in London. Ric Flair reference. Woo! All right. Well, I was gone for 2 commercial breaks in a row, so I'll recap news and I'll probably finish my lovely sandwich during the next commercial break. The Canucks won. They actually won 2 games now. They also beat Pittsburgh somehow. I don't know how that happened, but they beat Pittsburgh as well. They beat the Kraken, though, 5-4 to win their first game. Tom Brady and Giselle officially divorced. Whamp, whamp. All right, Broncos right outside linebacker. Shrek Cortman suffered a torn ACL against the Ravens last night, or I guess technically Thursday night now. Missed 7 to 9 months recovery time. Yeah, that sucks. Great outside linebacker there. He's a great run stopper. Really hate to see him get hurt. The Canucks trade defenseman Ethan Bear and center Lane Peterson to the Canucks for a 2023 fifth-round pick. I mean, people are saying Carolina won the trade. I mean, they're absolutely stupid. They had to get rid of Ethan Bear's contract and a prospect just to trade him. Vancouver gets a prospect and a player that they desperately need already. It's a great trade for Vancouver. The Spurs released 2021 12th overall pick, shooting forward / shooting guard Josh Primo due to prior incidents with multiple women, and later reports it was a woman who worked for the Spurs, believe it or not. Oh boy. NHL goalie Devin Dubnyk retired at age 36, becoming an NHL Network analyst. Of course, Dubnyk had a pretty good career, got 33 career regular season shutouts, won the Bill Masterson Trophy in 2014-15, and appeared in 3 All-Star games. Phillies win Game 1 over the Astros. Okay, now we're getting on to yesterday's news. Cardinals third baseman Nolan Arenado opts into his remaining 5 years, $104 million contract. We already talked about Malik Willis starting today. And Rob Manfred reports that the Athletics are exploring the idea of relocating to Las Vegas due to lack of space for a new stadium in Oakland. How's about that? And, of course, the last post, the Astros defeating the Phillies in Game 2. Yeah, that's absolutely bizarre. I can't believe the Athletics may actually move finally. It's like a decade too late, but it might happen. Should hire me as a water boy. All right. It really was. I mean, Jacksonville was cruising until Lawrence threw that interception. That killed it right there. It was that interception. Denver's just played better ever since. Outscored him 14-3. Oh, Lawrence, let's see what you got still, my friend. ETN with a run, a stiff arm, and a gain of 7. Well, what was I saying during the Broncos last drive? As long as Jacksonville gets ETN back into this ball game, they got a shot at getting yardage, and then, not the 1 or 2 yard line, but, you get down to the 10, you let Lawrence throw another touchdown, you're back in this lead. I mean, this is a very winnable game for Jacksonville. And every single 5 of their losses have been losable. Have been winnable. Really winnable for the Jaguars. That's why it's kind of frustrating watching this team. Like the previous 2 years where you just knew the Jaguars stunk. Here's ETN ripping free down to the 45. 2020 team showed no urgency, went 1-15. Last year the team was improving, but not really. Urban Meyer was a mess. So that was a failure to start. Oh, and of course, holding on the Jaguars. Getting rid of that ETN run. Because it got really cold in my basement all of a sudden, so I'll be putting my jacket back on. But like this, though, Calder Cup champions, the from 2017, the Grand Rapids Rippets, Detroit Red Wings AHL team. Second and 12 off the holding penalty. Lawrence guns it down the middle, and finally the offense is getting rolling. Zay Jones to the 44-yard line. There we go. The Jaguars are rocking and rolling in London. They're the Clash. Aren't they from? I'm pretty sure they're from London. Ooh, hopefully, I don't sound stupid. Anyway, this is why I'm a sports guy, not a music guy. But what a nice catch by Zay Jones down the middle. Lawrence finally passes 100 yards on the day. He's at 108 passing yards. Fakes it to Hasty. Lawrence throws to Hasty. What was that? Incomplete. That was failure to launch. What in the world was that? Play fake, you throw to the running back and he overthrew it? I mean, why? How? It's sunny. There's no rain. There's no snow. I mean, what in the world? That was brutal. That was one of the worst throws I've seen Lawrence make. Maybe a little too harsh, but maybe I'm a little too harsh on him right now, but that was egregious. Etienne shifts from right to left, inside handoff, goes to Etienne. The only positive offense Jacksonville's getting from right now. That's a gain of 9 for Etienne. They're past midfield at the 46. I certainly wouldn't mind seeing the Jaguars go for it here. If they were to score, if they were to not get the third down here, I really wouldn't mind them going for 4. Going for it on 4th down, but we'll see what happens. Lawrence out of the huddle. Etienne 139 rushing yards. He just really bursted onto the scene. Lawrence. QB sneak up the middle. First down. Need a yard. They got 3. I mean, again, when you are down in the end zone, QB sneak it with them. It hasn't failed so far this season. Why are you throwing rollouts? I'm still bringing up the Lawrence interception in the second quarter because Jacksonville will be winning right now if they didn't do that. Here you have 17-14, looking to essentially ice the game. That can't happen. The play clock's really running out. Whoa, they got to hurry. Play clock already down to 4. They have to hurry here. They get it off with a second to go on the play clock. Here is Etienne just adding more yardage to his day. They'll give him 2. So we're going to have 12 now as we are now under 9 minutes to go. I think Jacksonville realizes that they want to score a touchdown and take the lead, but they also want to try to kill off as much clock as they can. Take this clock down to about 6 minutes. That'd be a success. They fake it to Etienne. Lawrence going deep, tipped and nearly intercepted by Simmons on the coverage. Williams covering Marvin Jones. And it's 3rd down and 9, and they can completely forget what I said, and they're going to try to throw deep for some inexplicable reason and almost throw an interception. Look at this. Jones, he created separation, but it was too little separation. I wouldn't have thrown that if I was Trevor. Especially that was tipped and nearly intercepted. I actually thought it was going to get intercepted when I first saw the deflection. Jaguars 4 for 10 on 3rd downs. Lawrence under pressure, avoids a sack, and then he's dumped by Jones. There is a flag. Jones and Chubb sipping tea. That was a pretty funny sack celebration. Holding against Cam Robinson. So it doesn't matter. Penalty decline. They'll take the sack, 4th down. Not that it matters anyway. Oh, yep, right there. And they still were able to get the sack. I thought they stripped him for a second. They didn't strip Lawrence, though. So Cook's punt. This one will be fair caught at the 6. Oh, I guess not fair caught, but Williams doesn't call for a fair catch and he gets tackled at the 6. Interesting how that works. .18 to go in the fourth quarter. Head back to commercial break, and I will step aside for a brief moment. Don't go anywhere. The Broncos, now they look to try to seal the win against the Jaguars here in London. Also, Denver trying to win their first ever London game. Heading right out of the commercial break. The Broncos hanging on to their 4-point lead over the Jaguars right now. Ball is placed at the 7-yard line after the punt. Here's Wilson. Takes the snap. Under pressure, pump fakes 3 times, chucks it up incomplete. Playbrooks on the coverage of Melvin Gordon there, and it's 2nd and 10 for the Broncos. You just say I'm surprised the Jaguars are wearing their black uniforms today. I really wanted them to wear their teal uniforms. Here's the snap from Wilson. Inside handoff goes to Gordon. Whoa. This is a glitch on ESPN Plus here. Gordon, the handoff, and he will lose a yard. It's 3rd down and 12. And yes, we are live, so that's weird how that worked. All right. Waitman. Oh, whoa, that was 3rd down? I guess so. Waitman the punt. Here is Christian Kirk. Kirk with the return all the way out to the 46-yard line. Well, that was weird. I noticed like ESPN like glitched or something, and they were replaying a play, so I wanted to make sure I pressed live. I pressed live, and I guess we missed the whole 3rd down play. Didn't get anything. There was still a punt by Waitman. So that's really interesting. My apologies because we missed a play, but clearly it didn't have any factor. First and 10, Lawrence play fake. Throws, caught. Kirk Kirk to the 25, and he's brought down at the 23 by Pat Surtain. So here we go. The Jaguars are rocking. Look at this. Linebackers are going to stretch out to the left. Good throw on the right-hand side. Kirk able to work upfield. Great catch and run by the former Cardinal. And here we go. 22-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Jaguars. Arnold in motion. Handoff. Etienne, a spin move and a first down. Need a 10, got 11. Well, here come the Jags. Now with 6 minutes to go in the fourth, they look to recapture the lead and hopefully for good. They won in a heart-thumping matchup last year against Miami, 23-20. If it's high scoring enough, we might get the same score. Christian Kirk in motion, fakes it. Lawrence, trickery! Flips it to Zay Jones! Jones! Brought out of bounds at the 5 by Kareem Jackson. What a setup. Direct snap to Lawrence. He runs to his left, pitches it back to Jones, and then he picks up 5. Interesting play calling. By the way, the Jaguars lost 14 straight games when trailing in the fourth quarter. The last win was against the Dolphins in London last year, as I previously mentioned, after Matthew Wright made the game-winning field goal. Urban Meyer's first of only 2 wins as Jaguar head coach. Handoff goes. Etienne up the middle, trying to push the pile. He's down to the 1. 1st and goal to go for the Jaguars. We are now under 5 minutes to go in regulation. Oh, can you believe it? I can't. I thought this team was dead to rights, but they're finally moving offensively. Jacksonville now realizing the clock is in their favor. Lawrence. Etienne, the running back to his right. Inside handoff. Etienne lowers the shoulder. He is stuffed. 2nd and goal coming up for the Jaguars. And this is what's driving me mental. You know Trevor Lawrence can QB sneak a football. Let him QB sneak it. Literally. What is the big issue here? 2nd and goal at the 1. Now 4 minutes to go. Well, Jacksonville, they're doing the right thing by killing off some clock. The only issue is if they don't get it before 4th and goal, I don't know if they're going to get another chance. Lawrence, inside handoff again. Etienne diving. No signal. Touchdown! Travis Etienne. He goes 6 straight weeks while scoring a touchdown, and now he has one in back-to-back weeks. Here we go, ladies and gents. 16-14, Jags in front. Look at this. Handoff right-hand side. Etienne able to dive in. That's money. You can't call that back. Joel obviously trying to say he's down. He's down. He ain't. No way, no how. And here we go. Etienne, a career high, of course, 156 yards, averaging 6.5 a carry on 24 carries, ending his sensational game with a touchdown. Now the question is, can the defense make a hold? Denver still has all 3 timeouts, and so does Jacksonville. Here's Patterson for the extra point. And he's right down Broadway. 17-14. The Jags in front. What a thrilling matchup we have here. Thrilling. It's been a good fourth quarter. Second and third quarters were kind of... First quarter was exciting. Third quarter was whatever. Now we're getting into the good stuff. The game is near its completion, and this is where it gets really exciting. Winner goes to 3-5, loser to 2-6. What is going to happen this afternoon now? Here is the kickoff from Peterson. Kicks it off. This one will be returned from inside the 1. And Williams is wrapped down at the 20 by Andrew Wingard. 3:49 to go. The defense has done its job. They've allowed 14 points all contest. But they just need one more stop. Wilson, touchdown drive and went 5 for 5. But his last 3 drives, he's got 0 for 4 passing. 3 straight, 3 and outs. Jaguars will need another one here. 3:49 to go in the 4th. Wilson takes the snap, steps back. Gonna fire it down the right, and what a catch! Down to the 33 is KJ Hamler. Outrunning Trey Herndon, I believe, number 37. Yes, Trey Herndon. KJ Hamler with a 49-yard catch. It's because I read the stats. I announcer jinxed everything. That is the only reason why I can come up with. That is ridiculous. Wilson hasn't even completed a pass all second half. And then he does that, 49 yards. That's remarkable. Broncos lost 3 straight games, allowing less than 20 points a game in each of them. Well, this ain't doing good. Here's Hamler. On the bottom of the screen, takes the snap. Wilson fires. Sutton dropped it. 2nd and 10. Cortland Sutton with a rare drop. The rain has. It was sunny the entire first half, and then right now it has gone pretty rainy in the 4th quarter. And a buddy of mine down in the United Kingdom says it's been raining all week over there. So interesting to say the least. Here's Wilson. Handoff goes. Murray. He will try to slip off a tackle up to the 29. 3rd down and medium coming up here for the Jaguars defense. Well, if it was time to get a stop and to force a field goal, right now would be it. Here it is, 3rd down and 5. Broncos 1 for 9 on 3rd downs so far. Wilson in shotgun, puts the tight end in motion. Wilson takes the snap. Rolling out. He's going to run. Wilson will take it to the 20, and he slides down at the 17. Russell Wilson with a desperate run. He gets it. 1st and 10. Not goal yet, but 1st and 10 for the Broncos. The rain is making this conditions really hard. Usually I don't sit here in silence during the 2-minute warning, but now I want to. Dude, how in God's name does this team find different ways to give up game-winning touchdowns every week? And now it's to Russell Wilson, a quarterback who is playing worse than about, 85% of the starters? Great, you shouldn't be mad. Well, I am mad. This is ridiculous. 2-6, come on. 2-5, the Jaguars don't even make a chance. They don't even have a chance of the playoffs. Imagine 2-6. We split with Indy. We're not going to sweep Tennessee, but if we were to sweep Tennessee and just not suck the rest of the year, the division would practically be ours. And then I got to go back to that stupid interception Lawrence threw in the second quarter. That didn't happen. Jaguars are likely either tied or up by 2 possessions at this point. First Jaguars game of the year, and this will probably be my last. Okay. I do hope to commentate the Jaguars again, but this is ridiculous, dude. This is so stupid. Defense doesn't allow a single passing yard all second half, and then all of a sudden, when the game matters, they can't stop a tumbleweed. Give me a break. And we are now out of the commercial break. The sadness and silence will come to a close. I'm so mad right now. Oh, it's only a game, Grant. I don't care. I'm passionate about my team. Oh, 1st and 10 at the 18. Here we go. 1st and 10. They put Hamler in motion and end around to Hamler. He rips off a tackle. Hamler's going to find 9 yards, making it 2nd down and 1. A minute 54 left. Get down in 1. And since he went out of bounds, no timeout's called. I mean, I guess this would be the best case scenario for the Jaguars if they were to give up a touchdown. I mean, you keep all 3 timeouts, you have like a minute 40 to work with. Like, here's Murray. Latavius Murray jumps over a man down to the 3. That's a gain of about 6. We could be heading into overtime here if the Jaguars can somehow stop the run. Jeez Louise. What a heartbreaking loss this is. Just like the Giants game, just like the Commanders game, just like the Eagles game, just like the Colts game, just like the Texans game. Oh my God. Well, there we go. Those are the 5 losses. This is literally the greatest 2-5 team I've ever seen in my life, and it just sucks knowing that we're not going to win more than 4 games this year because this is not good. Well, the guy's a Gardner Minshew t-shirt. Bring him back. Why did we trade Minshew to begin with? Like, I love Lawrence, don't get me wrong, but, like, dude, if he gets injured, we're literally relying on CJ Beathard. That's not a good backup to have. Handoff goes, and Latavius Murray's in. Touchdown, Denver. What I said, couldn't stop a tumbleweed when it matters. Ridiculous. This run defense is ridiculous. Ugh. Latavius Murray, a man who was literally signed to the Broncos practice squad last week. An extra point's good by McManus. 21-17 Broncos. I accidentally deleted my scoreboard. Excuse me. I accidentally deleted my scoreboard, so whatever. It's just gonna look like that. I think it actually looks a little bit better without the records. Wilson fired up. Is that Murray's first as a Bronco? I think it is. Second. First, so this is, oh my God, it's confusing. His second touchdown of the season, his first with the Broncos. His 11 rushes for 37 yards. The other touchdown, ironically, came against the Vikings in London earlier on in the season. I mean, that's weird. Imagine playing 2 London games with 2 separate teams. Watch back, and so here it is, Trevor Lawrence. A minute 43 to go. He's got 2 timeouts. They have lost 8 straight one-score games. They're 0 for 5 this season. Last week they were 2 yards shy of defeating the Giants, and they only get more and more heartbreaking as they come. 1st and 10 for the Jaguars. At the 25, Lawrence throws. That pass is intercepted on the first throw of the drive. Call the game, Grant. Kawan Williams. Easy reads. 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish. This sucks. This team is outright pathetic. Is it a pick? Of course, every turnover is reviewed. Oh, that looks clean. I mean, why in God's name are you trying to force a pass to Kirk? He's already sliding down. The corner's right behind him. All he has to do is jump in front of him to get the interception. Oh, my God. I mean, what are you throwing that pass for? Oh, Murray's on your fantasy team? There you go. I'm happy for you then. This is outright stupid. Like I said, they get more heartbreaking the more they come. 2-6, season's over. Jesus. This game technically isn't over. Wilson, handoff, Murray. He'll lose a yard. Jacksonville still has 2 timeouts. So if Jacksonville's to force, 3 straight plays without allowing a first down, the Broncos will send their field goal unit on. Presumably they make it. It is a 24-17 game with 20 seconds left. Come on. You're not winning that. Of course, I'm a Jaguar fan, so I'm like actually expressing my frustration right now. It's just so annoying. Another one game we lost. Trevor. Is he our guy? I don't know. I honestly can't say he is, but confidence. And off Murray goes to 30. Jacksonville used their last timeout. Though I think that's stupid. I would let the clock drain now. Then stop him on third down and then call a timeout. But what do I know? Just approached the 3-hour mark. Hope you are enjoying the broadcast. I'm Grant Fluff from Fletcher Sports Zone. A man who is decided to become a lifelong Jaguar fan for no good flipping reason. This team is bad. I don't know why. I don't know why I cheer for this team. I really don't know why. It's sad, but it's true. Here we go. Third down and 4 coming up here for the Broncos. Wilson under center. Handoff goes. Murray. Okay, he's not going to get the first. It'll be 4th and 1, though. And they're just going to let the clock tick, tick, tick. See, I would have called a timeout if I knew I was stopping them on down. Whatever. 4th and 1, Nathaniel Hackett, what is he doing? Oh, my God, no. I already have to deal with Doug Peterson's coaching. Don't tell me I got to... No, what are you doing, Nathaniel? If Nathaniel Hackett goes for this 4th down, whether they make it or don't get it, I don't care. There we go. 35 seconds left. 34 and now a timeout's called by the Broncos. No matter how you slice it, Jacksonville's getting the ball back. Here we go. 4th and 1. Oh, my God. The offense is staying on the field. Bro, what? Nathaniel Hackett is such a bad head coach. Kick the field goal. Wilson QB sneak. He didn't even get it. He didn't even get it. Oh, he may have got it there. Second effort. Oh, that's heartbreaking. Yeah, I think he got it. He didn't get it at first, though. Gosh darn it. I mean, I would have kicked the field goal, but whatever. 21-17 is your final. I have never been more happy to not broadcast a game for the rest of the day. I hate this team. I love them, of course, but God, do they drive me mental. They really do. I'm sorry. Russell Wilson had, 60 yards passing that entire second half? Win the game. Win the game. The 2 plays that stood out to me, it's absolutely egregious. 1st and goal, you're in the second quarter. Why are you fancy? Why are you fancying yourselves into thinking you can make something out of nothing? Dude, Doug Peterson, you're at the 1-yard line. Oh, why are you running a rollout? Run the QB sneak that Lawrence is, I don't know, scored twice, 2 games in a row. He has a QB sneak touchdown. For starters, you should have done that. Or run up the middle with ETN, who had over 150 rushing yards today. And then number 2, Trevor Lawrence, dude. I mean, I try to give you as much credit as I possibly can as a fan and as a bystander. I try, I always try to defend you as a first overall pick, everything under the sun, and you just suck when it comes to game-winning situations. I'm sorry. It needs to be said. He's brutal in game time situations. 1 career game winning drive, and that was against Miami last year. 1. Are you you got to have more than 1 at this point, dude. Washington, game winning drive, threw a game winning interception. Game winning chance against the Eagles, fumbled it away. Game winning drive against the Texans. Chuck up a Hail Mary that falls 20 yards short of the end zone. Game winning drive against the Giants. Okay, you did something that drive and the clock just ran out on you, but guess what? At the end of the day, you played so bad in the second half, you deserve to lose. Today, interception on the first throw of the drive. So aggravating. It's so aggravating. Like 2-6, you're not, no. Season's over. You're not doing nothing when you're 2-6. Denver's 3-5. Oh, I mean, Denver's not going to make the playoffs either. I don't think there's any Bronco fan watching me right now, but if there is, you lose today if you're playing a real team. I hate to be that guy, but I'm being that guy. You lose today. Like, if you play, I mean, you don't even have to play a good team. All you had to do was play like the Patriots or the Raiders, and you probably lose today. So, congrats to you, I guess. This sucks. I just hate Doug Peters. And I'm going hard on Lawrence because, again, he only has a 1 career game-winning drive in like 25 career games. Like, come on, enough's enough. You gotta start proving why you're number 1 overall pick now. Yeah, you played phenomenal in the first half. What happened? I think the interception got to Lawrence's head, and he just played terrible the rest of the game. ETN played great. I don't know why we just didn't keep on giving it to ETN. He had 150 yards. Hasty didn't look horrible. It sucks. That's your post-game show is me ranting about how the Jaguars are terrible. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the broadcast. You probably did because now you're laughing at me that my team lost, and I don't blame you. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the broadcast. I'm Grant Fluff from Fletcher Sports Zone. Broncos go to 3-5. Jaguars fall to 2-6. Disappointing finish to what was a pretty close game overall, but yeah, just disappointing finish for me. Congrats on Denver. They go to 3-5. Jaguars go to 2-6, and yeah, it's just devastating.